This is the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, where every week this brother-sister duo gets together to discuss the box office, latest film. It's been like 2 weeks since we recorded, so I'm a little off. Latest film and TV scoops, along with our latest movie or show review and what we're getting into next. We're your host, Cheryl.
And Jay.
All right, so this week we watched Superman, but last week we watched Jurassic World Rebirth, and then we also finished up Ironheart. So It is a jam-packed double feature, triple feature episode, but Jay is on deck for trivia. What you got?
Okay, so this is Superman trivia.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, and this is about Nathan Fillion, who plays Guy Gardner, who is the Green Lantern in Superman.
Okay. Lord.
But this isn't about the actor.
Oh.
So Nathan Fillion based his portrayal of Guy Gardner on a certain character from a certain sitcom called The Golden Girls. Which of the Golden Girls did he base his character's personality on?
Yeah, I'm not going to remember all their names.
Okay, but you know each of the Golden Girls. So
It's not Betty White.
Okay.
It is Betty White?
No.
Oh. List all the Golden Girls real quick for me.
Okay, hold on. Because I don't remember all of them.
I don't remember all their names off the top of my head either. Like, I know who they are.
All right, there's Betty White.
Yep.
Who plays Rose.
Yep.
Who's the idiot.
Yeah, I know.
Sophia Petrella, who plays the
grandmother.
The mother. Dorothy, who's played by B. Arthur.
Okay.
And Blanche Devereaux Rue, who's the fast one.
It's not Blanche. It's Blanche.
It's not Blanche.
It's not Blanche?
No.
The mom?
Who, Sophia?
Yeah.
So,
based it on Sophia? I don't get the connection.
I don't get it either.
He was more of a
because
Rose.
he was just grumpy and like.
I mean, she was
because he was grumpy and sarcastic. I
yeah,
guess.
he was a mix between her and Rose though, because
he was like a mix between her and Rose. He was an antagonist.
Yeah.
He
said some dumb things.
He did.
Sir,
so that's funny. I would have guessed he based it off of all the Golden Girls if he was to reference them.
Right, the whole crew.
Yeah, so that's nice, interesting trivia. Is that Guy Gardner was based on Sophia?
He to do that though.
He would.
Like, I was watching the Golden Girls episode, and I was like, "This the one."
Yeah,
this the one. The Guy Gardner need to be like, okay, very interesting.
Interesting.
Never.
So
if he says so,
right.
I believe it. If he says it, I believe it.
Okay, so that is the trivia for this week. Let's get into the rest of the episode.
Welcome to the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, your favorite podcast for movie and TV show news, trailers, and vaguely nerdy topics.
Each week, we dive into the latest film release, talk about the plot, characters, our favorite scenes, and give our rating out of 5 Nicole Kidmans.
Whether you're a casual moviegoer or a hardcore cinephile, we've got something for you. Reviews, news, hot takes, and a few surprises along the way.
So grab your popcorn, open your favorite podcast app or YouTube, and let's roll the reel on this week's latest episode of the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast.
All right, we have a new movie announcements. We have a couple big trailers in the trailer park and a little bit of bunch crunch before we get into our triple feature reviews for this episode. So first though, we have a new movie coming out called House of Games, starring two of our faves. I think both of these are our faves. You like Yahya, don't you? Yeah, okay. Two of our faves, Viola Davis and Yahya Abdul Mateen. We know Viola Davis from, I just watched her in G20, Hunger Games.
Yeah. How to Get Away with
Murder.
Murder.
Yeah, all of that. Oh, I forgot. I don't know why I didn't say that one first. Probably because I quit it after like 4 episodes.
Okay.
Anywho, I love Viola Davis though. And then Yahya, who we will more recently see in Wonder Man.
Yeah.
Which got a little teaser about. I guess I didn't put that in the agenda, but we can talk about it. So, and then he was in Candyman. He was also in the Watchmen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Both good actors. They will be in a remake movie called House of Games. It's a remake from a 1987 neo-noir film of the same name. It is a movie about a psychiatrist, Margaret Ford, who gets caught up in a world of gambling while trying to help one of her patients, Mike, deal with anxiety.
Interesting.
So I don't know if it's given like love affair or if it's more of like Silence of the Lambs.
Interesting.
It doesn't say it's a horror movie.
No.
But it does say it's like
a thriller, it sounds like.
And I wonder if they're going to keep yes, it is like a thriller. I wonder if they're going to keep the neo-noir aesthetic in this. Because, that's kind of got like the black and white detective kind of feel. But I'm down for both of these people being in the movie.
Maybe. I mean, that, what did they just do in black and white? That Talented Mr. Ripley remake?
Oh, that
They
was
did
in
the whole
black
thing
and white.
in black and white. People
kinda
enjoyed
came.
that, so I guess they can kind of do that.
Okay. I'm down for Yahya being in more things. I feel like he's not in enough things.
Yeah.
And then Viola, I'm down for her being in anything.
He also just got like a first look deal.
Oh,
with,
did
like,
he?
Yeah. Hold on one second. He
Did
got
not know that. You know what else he has coming out? The Man on Fire on Netflix. Remember, they're turning it into a series.
Oh yeah.
He's doing that.
So yeah, he also got they announced earlier this week he got a first look deal with Sony.
Oh.
Multi-year agreement. The first project under the deal is going to be a series adaptation of a novel called Ghost Man, where he'll star as the lead. So yeah.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah, and him, Aldous Hodge.
I was about to say, this sounds like the Aldous Hodge deal.
Right, they're not enough stuff. So the
Right.
more they in things, I like it. We don't have a director yet for this movie or a writer, so we will keep you tuned in to what we find as we learn more.
Nice.
You next.
Oh, okay. So that is all the movie news for this week. Let's roll into the trailer park.
Toot. IBB.
Okay, so the first trailer we have for this week is Project Hail Mary. This is going to star Ryan Gosling. This comes out March 2026, so next year.
Yeah. They're advertising this heavy, and it's like quite a ways away.
So the synopsis is astronaut Ryland Grace, I don't know why his name has to be so crazy, who is the sole survivor of a crew.
It's very close to his own name, but go ahead. Ryan Gosling.
It is.
Yeah, I just realized
that. He's the sole survivor of a crew sent to Tau City solar system in search for a solution to a catastrophic event on Earth. In his search for answers, Grace must rely on his vast area of scientific knowledge, sheer ingenuity, and human will, but he may not have to search alone. Okay, so not reading this synopsis and only watching the trailer, the synopsis spoils that he wasn't sent out there alone.
Yes.
The trailer implies that he was sent out there alone.
But at the end of the trailer shows that he's not alone?
Yeah, so I guess everybody else... So now we know watching the movie, whoever else is sent out with him dies because the trailer did not give that impression right.
You know what's funny? I actually cut a part out of the synopsis to make it shorter, and you still deduced...
That there was a spoiler in there?
Yes. You still deduced that he was not sent out there by himself.
So, it is basically about him being a school teacher. The synopsis doesn't include that. So he's a school science teacher. And for some reason, he's humanity's last hope to go out there. And I leaned over to you when they showed the trailer in the movies. I was like, it's always funny when they have movies about astronauts spend their whole lives
training,
going,
paid,
getting the top of their career, being an astronaut. They spend their entire lives doing that. And disaster movies are always about sending somebody who's not an astronaut.
Random average Joes and Janes into space.
Like Halle Berry or who was the guy in Moonfall? Patrick Stewart.
Yes, not Stewart. Patrick though.
Yeah,
Dempsey.
Patrick.
No. Olsen? No.
Patrick Wilson.
There it is.
Yes.
We was getting there. We was going through all the Patricks.
Patrick Wilson was an astronaut, but they sent Halle Berry out there too.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh no, they were both astronauts.
He was a disgraced astronaut, I think.
It was
she was just scientist.
Humanity's Last Hope wasn't the two of them. It was the other scientist guy that ended up dying out there.
Yeah, they
sacrificed himself.
That movie was a hot mess, but it was great in Dolby. Okay, ears were bleeding from the sound.
But you mentioned Armageddon, which is an obvious one too.
Yes, where a bunch of ragtag teams get together.
But not astronauts.
They had like 3 astronauts just to fly the ship. They weren't actually doing the work.
But if the astronauts do go, they die.
And they all did not. I think one made it back.
But the average Joes make it.
And most of them made it back.
Anyway, It also looks like he befriended some type of spider in space.
Some
space alien looks like a spider.
And this is based off a book, and people were saying how much the trailer spoiled the fact that I guess the alien is the big reveal in the book, but I was like, they put it in the trailer, so I hope something else happens because
interesting. Yeah,
I don't know.
They did
so yeah, he has to go like 9 light years away from Earth. So I think in the other part, another synopsis I read, he actually like goes to sleep, passes out or whatever because it's a long journey, and when he wakes up, he forgets like what he's supposed to be doing.
Interesting.
So I think part of the movie is about him trying to put all the pieces back together of why he's on this ship.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess you fall asleep that long, you could forget a thing or two.
It looks fun. It
looks interesting.
It's got a good cast in it.
I think Ryan Gosling will take it.
Yeah. So hopefully this will do well. March 2026, so it's a long way away. They've begun promoting it now, so
they'll have a panel. He's gonna be at Comic-Con.
Oh, good.
So they got a whole panel, and it makes sense because by the time this Comic-Con comes back around, the movie be out. So
right.
But I think since Barbie, his star power has risen. So
and I mean, nobody went to go see The Fall Guy, but it was still good. So.
The Fall Guy was good. So yeah, this will maybe his comeback movie. Then he'll do Star Wars.
All right. Yeah. Well, next stop on the trailer park is for The Running Man. This is a remake.
Yep.
That is coming out November 2025. It is going to star Glenn Powell, everybody's new favorite Tom Cruise.
Yes, it's got I put the Wikipedia page for it. It's got Glenn Powell, Josh Brolin, Com Domingo, Lee Page, Jamie Lawson, Michael Cera, Emilia Jones. Check that name up. William H. Macy, Katie O'Brien. Who else is on here? Sean Hayes. There's like 12 people in this movie, and I was like, this feels it. The trailer plays like The Hunger Games a little bit.
Yeah. So it's a remake of The Running Man.
I never saw the original.
Oh, okay.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. They just showed the remake of Total Recall on TV the other day, which is an Arnold Schwarzenegger remake with Colin Farrell.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot. I guess they're just remaking all the Arnold and Predator. So
just do True Lies while we at it.
Yeah. They had a canceled TV show.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Now they need to do when he was the twin, or they should do that one.
Last Action Hero?
No. Another one.
Kindergarten Cop?
Yeah. I think it was that one. I mean, why not? Y'all doing everything else.
So it's just a remake of the original Running Man. There is a Hunger Games style competition where a man has to survive, I think it's 30 days.
Yes.
Without being killed
with a bounty on his head.
With a bounty on his head, while the rest of the world is trying to kill him. He has to survive 30 days without being killed in order to get the money, so that he can get his wife, and their child out of poverty.
Yes, because Jamie Lawson plays his wife, and they have I don't remember if it's a son or a daughter. They have a kid, like a young kid that has a sickness or something. Yeah. It looks interesting. It looks stressful. It looks comedic, honestly, for something that's so dire. It looks like it's more of a action comedy versus just straight up like Hunger Games style drama.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be funnier than it's going to be like as harrowing as Hunger Games. And I think because he won't die, so that's why it won't be as
probably not.
Devastating.
You don't think he's going to die?
No, I mean,
did he die in the first one?
Not at least to the end.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't remember, and I don't want to look it up.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't look it up either. Yeah. This is actually also, the original movie is based off a book that was written by Stephen King.
As most things are.
Another person whose things are getting taken from one thing to another.
Because The Long Walk is too, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. And what I didn't know when I did look up a little bit of this, Stephen King wrote this under a pseudonym. Which is why
he does that sometimes.
Yes, so this was written under his pseudonym, and then they turned it into a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and now they're remaking the movie with Glenn Powell.
He does that often. So
interesting.
That's cool. It looks like it's going to be fun and action packed. I'll go see it for Jamie Lawson.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm curious how it ends more than anything. He either lives or dies. But
he'll probably live.
Probably.
They're not going to leave Jamie Lawson in poverty.
I mean, he probably wins, and then maybe he does.
As long as she and the baby gets out of poverty.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
I'm down for that. All right, so that is all for the trailer park. I wasn't paying attention. I switched our background too late, so our trailer park background is only halfway through.
We rusty.
New technology, guys.
We don't record for 2 weeks, and we didn't forget all the things of how to do everything.
All right, so let's dive to this bunch crunch.
Did you change the background?
Yep.
Okay. First bit of crunch. The Devil Wears Prada 2. We got some casting announcements. So Kenneth, how do you say his last name? Branagh.
From Tenet and the first Thor and
who was he in the
a whole bunch of Shakespeare
Thor?
movies. He made the first Thor. That's why it's so different than the other Thors.
Wait, he's a director?
Yes.
Hold on. Pause.
A lot of his stuff is Shakespearean stuff. That's why his first Thor is so different.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Oh, we about to sidetrack real quick. Yeah. Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's directed a lot of stuff. But they all have like a tone if you look at it.
I know, but I also like him as an actor.
Yeah.
Because he always plays like somebody that's like, you just know ain't up to no good.
Oh, yeah, he's always bad.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. But I think the last thing I saw him in for sure, I think was Tenet.
Okay, yeah, because he played the evil guy in Tenet. Mind blown. Yeah. Okay. Hold on 1 second now. I'm kind of like, what else has he done? Okay, Devil Wears Prada 2. He's going to be in a Thomas Crown Affair, apparently. That spoils my next.
Yep, he was. Yep.
He was in Oppenheimer.
And Denai Guerrero. Shout out to her, too.
Yeah, Infinity War. Oh, he played an Asgardian. Okay. That's crazy. Okay, he was He was Gilroy Lockhart from Harry Potter. That's
he
Chamber
was.
of Secrets.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a goofy guy.
He is, yeah.
Okay, let me get back to the agenda.
He's been around for a while.
He's playing Miranda's new husband. So apparently she got divorced in between movies.
Okay.
Simone Ashley, we don't know her
Because
role.
wasn't the husband cheating or something?
Their relationship was trash.
Okay.
Remember, because there was like one scene where she's obviously like...
Well, she had like 2 daughters.
Yeah, she did have 2 kids.
Okay.
Yep. Simone Ashley has been cast. We don't know who her character is. Lucy Liu has been cast. We don't know who her character is. And then Tracy Thomas is coming back. And if you don't remember her, she was Andy's best friend.
Boo.
I'm putting quotes around best friend.
Boo.
Notably not announced as coming back yet is Andy's boyfriend. Who?
No, they said he wasn't coming back.
No.
They said they chose not to bring him back because society decided he was the villain.
Yeah, nobody
wants.
wants. I don't even remember what that boy's name was, but nobody wants Andy's boyfriend back.
No.
But this cast is pretty. Now we have all the OGs coming back. Stanley Tucci's back. All our OGs are back. Mm-hmm. So this will be interesting. I don't know who. Lucy Liu is probably playing like some rival.
I'm about to say, because I heard the synopsis was about
editor or something.
I heard the synopsis was about there's a new magazine company, but it's digital.
Digital age. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it's entering the digital age of fashion.
Okay. Let me see if I can find. I don't think there is. I think they're keeping it close to the vest.
It's gonna be even more relevant now because Anna Wintour just stepped down and Miranda Priestley is based off of her. So,
yeah. We don't have They're keeping it close to the chest right now as far as what the plot is about. But it does say it's based on the follow-up book Revenge Wears Prada: The Devil Returns.
I don't want to.
I'm not gonna look at that.
No,
I don't want to know. But let's see. Who else do we have? Oh, we also got news that BJ Novak is playing somebody. I can't remember who. And then Justin Theroux is also playing somebody.
Yeah, maybe her new boyfriend.
Which one, Justin or BJ?
I don't know. It could be either.
I wonder. Emily Blunt's probably gonna have maybe a boyfriend or something too.
Are they all even? Yeah, I can't wait to see the movie because where are they?
We're like, what have they been doing?
It's been so long.
Have they like gone and got married and had kids?
Connections?
Right, exactly. So that'll be interesting. This comes out next May, so this will be the summer kickoff movie. So we far, but we
people were really excited about Lucy Liu being in it. So
yes, yeah, it'll be what do they call it? A mother off.
A mother off.
They like to call it. She ain't in enough movies either.
Because that Lucy Liu.
We just saw her in the presence.
Emily Blunt, and Meryl Streep. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure somebody else is left in the deck. All right. Next up, we have more casting news. Marissa Abella joins the cast of Highlander with Henry Cavill.
Black Bag. We liked her.
We loved her in Black Bag. She's been in some other stuff.
She was Amy Whitehouse.
Yes. She was Amy Whitehouse. But we don't know her character. But you need a female
love interest.
I was trying to think of something else, but she's probably Henry Cavill's love interest.
But she looks just like Yennefer.
You don't have... Oh, she does. I like that actress.
She does it. She's still doing The Witcher.
She does like Yennefer.
She does look like Yennefer.
Yeah, you don't have Henry Cavill in a movie without like a hot love interest, unless you do like
a brunette, apparently.
Argyle.
So
he didn't have nobody in there.
No,
he didn't need nobody.
He wasn't real, so
he wasn't.
That's why
he's fake. So he didn't need nobody.
Okay, so interesting.
We don't know nothing else about it.
Highlander has his Yennefer.
The Witcher is in complete casting mode right now.
Fun.
And then last but not least, we have Denai Guerrero, who's going to be in the Thomas Crown Affair with Michael B. Jordan, her former co-star from Black Panther.
People did not realize who was also directing. So
directing what?
He's directing Thomas Crown Affair too.
Oh, right. You're right. I thought he was produced. I
think they were saying they were looking for a director at some point, but then it was just like, he's going to direct it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He did the last Creed, right?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that he's expanding what he's doing. He's not just acting, he's also directing. He's kind of doing both. Not everybody can do that. So
yeah. And
he impressed me with Sinners. So I'm back on the Michael B. Jordan can act board.
Yes, absolutely.
At first I was like, he's fine, he's okay. But no, he did really good in Sinners.
I was thinking about a couple episodes ago, we were talking about, because they're remaking The Bodyguard, and we were talking about singer actresses that could play the Whitney Houston role. Mm-hmm. And they probably can't do both, but Tiana Taylor would do good. I mean, she could do a singer actress in both roles, but I mean, she could fulfill both sides of that role. But knowing how much more she's appeared in movies lately,
I will agree with you with that.
Yeah, if they're still, I mean, they're obviously still looking. I don't know why I didn't think of her in the beginning. Because we were thinking of singer actresses. They were like, well, there are none. The only one I could think, they have to get an actress and then do a singer.
The only one I was slightly thinking of was Halle Bailey, but she might veer too young for that role. But Tiana Taylor's good.
She could do it too. She's got another movie coming out.
She does.
Yeah.
She can. Yeah, but I'm with you with the Tiana Taylor.
Tiana could do it. That'll work.
She could definitely do it.
Call her.
Somebody listen.
Yeah.
Call her up.
All right. Well, that is the last scoop of Buncha Crunch. Let's get into our Ironheart review for the last 3 episodes, 4 through 6.
Yes. All right. So we got the last 3 episodes a couple weeks ago. But we're throwing it on this episode because we didn't get to talk about it. No. So the last 3 episodes were about the same length as the first 3.
Yep.
So we were not taken by surprise. Okay. We was ready to carve out 3 hours of time to do it. And there was an after credit. There's one after credit scene. So if you haven't seen it, just notice. Wasn't it? Oh, episode 6, like right after the credits, there was like a little end.
Okay. I can't remember if it was after the credits or before. I know the scene. Yeah.
There's a little bit of after.
Maybe because I skipped the credits.
Probably. You might have done that.
Okay.
You might have done that. So I'll start off with my notes here. I would say that this series stuck the landing. Whenever we get Marvel shows, we are always nervous about how this junk going in. We always were like, is it going to be like bomb, 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 and then be like, wah, 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 wah. That was not the case. I feel like Ryan Coogler and the team behind all this saved all day gold stars for the ending of this. I loved her new suit. So, of course, we get the Riri needs a new suit at the end of the series. All that was good. And then one thing I will say is that, of course, the MCU never fails to stick in a daddy issue. Always. We'll get into what that is. If you don't know at this point, this is full spoilers, by the way. Mephisto finally shows up. It's been 5 series, 5 movies, 10 years, constant complaints. The fandom finally got Mephisto, and they put him in Ironheart. Yeah. So if you was one of the people who's like, oh, Ironheart's not that good, sucks for you, because Mephisto showed up in it, so now you gotta watch it. I will say, though, Sacha Baron Cohen did Mephisto pretty well.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, I don't see him in much of anything. I always know him as the other silly character he played.
Borat?
Yes, I skipped all of that.
Yeah.
He was good in this. And then I'm glad that her crew lived. Well, not her crew. I'm glad the main crew lived.
Yeah.
Like the Hood's crew. Because at first I was like, is he about to kill all of them? Because it feels like he's about to. So those are my thoughts from like the last 6 episodes.
Okay. So yeah, I agree. I think they stuck the landing. I appreciate this show being 6 episodes, not because it was long, not because I felt like it was overly long, but when I go back and think about shows like, I enjoy Agatha All Along, but then I think about there was a lot of space in Agatha All Along that could have been cut, then I think about how probably a majority of that last episode. Very interesting how they did Agatha. And that was an additional 3 episodes longer than Ironheart.
Yeah. There was one episode that was like 18 minutes.
I like the fact that this show didn't really have filler.
No.
Everything served the plot and continued to move it forward. So if they want to do more shows like this, they should do 6 episodes. Yeah, because that keeps it concise.
Should they drop them like this? Did you like the drop schedule of 3 and 3?
I was fine with the drop schedule of 3 episodes. What I was not fine with the drop schedule of 3 episodes at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. So there was a big hubbub that they were saying that Marvel's throwing this out to the wolves because it's 3 and they did 3 episodes in 1 week, 3 episodes the second week, and it was over. But honestly, now that we've seen it, I was kind of like, I don't know if I probably would have waited till it was all done, because this was a kind of show where every episode ended on like a cliffhanger. And I feel like I would have been like, I gotta wait another week.
Yeah.
I gotta wait another week. Kind of how with the Penguin almost, where I was like, you know what? I'm just going to watch 3-4 episodes at a time.
Yeah.
So I actually was in favor, now that I've seen it, of the 2-week drop.
I appreciate this being 3 episode drops at a time, because this show actually had like momentum.
It did.
And a lot of the shows don't have like continuous momentum. They take like breaks in between each episode, or they'll have like, or it'll be like momentum episode 1, 2, and 3 is like slow burn, and then by the time we get to 4, it's hitting the fan.
4 always hits the fan.
4 always hits the fan. It hit the fan here, but at least had momentum leading up to there. So I was okay with 3 episode drops. I liked the characters. I liked all of the acting. I think they did a really good job with that. I think
casting was good.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. This is the type of the story in this show, and this show in itself is the type of street level superhero story that they've been asking for Spider-Man for so long.
Oh, okay.
And it's so funny that it had we know why it had such a big negative reaction, but this show is exactly what the Spider-Man fanboys have been asking for: a grounded street level story about a local superhero not having to deal with like a real ending threat, but a local threat, no other
characters,
and keeping it local and not having to rely on any Avengers. And it's funny because Ironheart is they treat Spider-Man in the movies as like a Iron Man descendant.
Okay.
In the MCU, not in the comics, but in MCU, they treated Peter Parker as like a descendant, a prodigy of Iron Man.
Right.
And Ironheart is technically a prodigy of Iron Man in this show too.
Right.
Without having been connected to him and without having to need him.
Right. And, no assistance at all from Tony.
And that's typically what they do to Spider-Man, and they did it with Ironheart. And it's so funny because this is the exact type of story that everybody's looking for. So.
And they even though it's street level, they added a little bit of, Mephisto is in this.
Yeah, it's like Spider-Man.
Magic. So it's not all just like we ain't watched Daredevil yet. But I'm saying it's not like Daredevil in terms of, I don't know if Daredevil had any type of like mystical crazy elements like this did. So it was cool that they kept it street level, but they still added in that layer of like what we enjoy about superhero movies sometimes when we have like either aliens or magic or something that's just not of this world. So that was good. I like that they did that with this movie.
Yeah, Mephisto appeared in Spider-Man, and he made a deal with Spider-Man to erase everybody's memories of his identity to keep everybody safe. They switched it to Doctor Strange, but this is this is not a Spider-Man story, but it's a street level Spider-Man style story.
Agreed.
That if people would have turned off their prejudice and just watched it and enjoyed, they would have realized that this is actually servicing what they were looking for.
It was so this was the end of Phase 5 technically, and I feel like it was a good end of Phase 5.
Yeah, it was great.
And it led the way that we leave characters off. You want more. So I don't know what the plan is if Ironheart was ever getting a second season, or they have plans to like tie up all these loose ends they left us with. Yeah. But we gonna need something follow up to this. Yeah. They can't leave us hanging.
And this isn't a spoiler. I am interested to see Riri in Secret Wars. I mean, that's not a spoiler. Everything they're doing right now, everything pre-Secret Wars is going to be in Secret Wars.
Agree.
So,
yeah. I guess we'll say how the show ends if you have not seen it. So, Mephisto is the one that the Hood got the Hood from. What's the Hood's real name? I forgot.
Parker Robbins.
Parker got the Hood from Mephisto. So I think we was already putting that together. But Mephisto kicked him to the curb because he don't do what he want. So the Hood is Parker's all like, what am I supposed to do? I can't get all my riches or whatever. Mm-hmm. But then Mephisto puts his eyes on Riri and was like, hey girl, you look like somebody I can use. What you want? And the way the show was edited, you think they do the thing of like, oh, she's not gonna make no deal with him. She's learned her lesson. She knows like the Hood's not, got negatively impacted and all that. Yeah. Turns out that ain't true. My girl was like, what you got for me? What I got for you? Yeah. And she actually makes a deal with Mephisto. She has apparently a version of the Hood, they said, on the suit.
It looks like the Hood.
Yeah, it looks like, I guess he uses Mephisto
there's one Hood.
He puts it in a wash and gives it to the next person or something. But so she has a Hood on the suit, like in the background of one of the images that you see. But she makes a deal with Mephisto to bring Natalie back because through the last half of the episodes, Natalie and the magic don't quite work out well in her suit together. Right. So Natalie gets poofed. Yeah. Accidentally. But Riri is like, I need my best friend back. So she makes a deal with Mephisto to bring her friend back. And we all know anything with Mephisto, not good. And it ends. Yeah. It literally ends. Yeah. We're just like, sorry, what?
Right.
Fade to black. And we get no other like Ironheart or coming soon or coming next time. No, nothing.
Yeah, no Ironheart will appear.
Nothing.
Will return.
Zero. They just leave us hanging, and it's like, oh, y'all really took it there.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all leaving us in the dark. This is fantastic. I love it.
I think it was a good wrap up.
Yeah.
It definitely has left everybody in anticipation for a season 2. They're not gonna wrap this up in the next Secret Wars. It's not gonna be about Ironheart.
Has to be right.
I'm just super interested to see more of the show and more of these characters, especially now that she has the ability to wield magic and we get tech and magic with this character.
I loved her magic techie suit.
And that has to come into play with Doctor Doom at some point. Like, they have to be able to leverage that at some point. So
I'd like to know how she gonna get out of this. She can't, like...
Yeah. There's always a way to get out of the deal with Mephisto, but it always comes with, like, heartbreak. But Natalie's going to be toast. So Natalie's not sticking around.
She can't stay. Now, the Hood actually keeps... So, throughout the series, the Hood's markings on his face, like, crawling up his eyeball and stuff, they don't go away.
Yeah.
After his deal is up, like, girl, you gonna mess up your pretty face. Don't do this. So, I'm very curious to where she gonna show up next. Marvel, please do not leave us hanging with loose threads for like 5 years. And we're like, remember that Ironheart series where Riri made a deal with the devil?
Yeah, that's what's good.
We gonna go back to that, please.
Do you have a favorite episode out of the last 3? Number 4 is called Bad Magic. That is the one where so much happens in these episodes. So Bad Magic is the first episode where they come back from realizing that this is when Parker tells the gang that Riri killed
his brother
John.
Yes. Let me look it up because now I'm like, you're right, it was. So Bad Magic, just had she a panic attack with Natalie. This is where Natalie's brother found out that Natalie exists.
Yeah, Karma is a glitch is episode 5. That's when she ends up fighting the whole game plus Zeke.
Oh, this is where we meet Zelma. And we found
Zelma.
About okay.
Yep. And The Past is the Past, which is the finale.
I'm gonna say the last episode.
Okay.
It was a lot going on, and like that's where Natalie gets glitched.
Yeah.
This is where she has to fight, I think, the team to get away from them. I guess we also didn't mention, I think this is where Zeke tells her, like, this ain't the end. Like, this is not the last time we're going to meet each other. Because Zeke is mad at her because he basically got outed as being Obadiah Stane's son. So he's been trying to, like, hide under the radar. Riri completely blew his cover. So I think the season, hopefully, finale, not series finale, was my favorite.
Yeah, I think episode 5 was my favorite. That was the episode where she fights all the crew. Her first suit gets destroyed, and then she builds the new suit with the car.
Her suit got checked. Zeke tear that suit up.
It did.
I mean, like piece by piece. Like,
but I mean, it wasn't.
She's still in there, Zeke. Relax.
It was made of like scrapyard parts. So it wasn't like an Iron Man suit.
I was like, how many suits is she gonna lose?
Right.
You know what? There's a well, maybe I'll save it. You want to do like favorite line or scene?
No, you can go ahead. So
there's a favorite scene from the show would have to be where she's fighting a Hood and she has this fancy new suit, and we all like, oh, okay suit, you looking good. She like fighting, and then something happens to where like I think the Hood blasts her or something. Her suit like falls to bits, and I was just like, we lost another suit. We lost another suit, but it was magic. Yeah. She was actually doing a little Doctor Strange and her suit actually comes back on. I was like, oh, thank God, girl. How many suits are you gonna destroy?
That was probably my favorite scene too.
Yes, I like that scene.
All right. Did you want to give it a rating? Or did you have any random notes that you wanted to throw out first?
Let me see. I did have a few things. What the heck was Riri thinking? That was my last note.
Okay. That could apply to any episode.
That would apply to the series finale or season finale where she made the deal with Mephisto. I think the series established that Riri is still a young adult and she doesn't quite think through all her decisions. She has a little tiff with her mom, and her mom was like, don't you get in that suit and fly away. And what does Riri do? She get in that suit and fly away. I was like, girl, you better listen to your mama. Yeah. But she's kind of hard-headed.
She is. I'm interested to see what her dynamic is going to be like with the rest of the heroes.
Yes, because she
don't listen.
She through the whole series, she's very like headstrong.
Yeah, it's her way or the highway.
Right, like it's about me and my suit. And she didn't made a bad sacrifice for her friend who's gone in that suit.
Because she's not really a hero yet. Like all of this was she created this. most of these issues. I mean, Parker was going to be Parker anyway, but he wasn't going after world domination. We don't know what Mephisto's angle was because, like they say, Mephisto, we don't know why he bestows gifts upon the world. But
gifts.
Right. But she's not like a hero yet. She everything she was doing was to save herself and her family because what she got herself into. So waiting to see her hero moments.
Yeah. Okay, but we were talking about rating. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. Nicole Kidman.
I agree. Yeah.
There was some parts or some of the pacing was a little weird in certain episodes. I think as these actors act more, it'll get a little more polished. In terms of like chemistry and whatnot, but 4.5. I really enjoyed it. I think this is one of the best MCU TV series for sure.
Yeah, I'd give it a 4.5. It was slow in some parts, but that's okay. I really enjoyed the side characters. Shout out to Cree Summer.
Yeah,
who played Matilda Stanton.
She got her hat
who's the actress who plays Zelma? Reagan Aaliyah. I'm sorry if I pronounced it incorrectly. Who plays Zelma?
She was fun.
Yeah, I've known Zelma's existed forever, but I don't read a lot of Doctor Strange centric stuff. But she's a Doctor Strange. Apparently she's a teacher at the Doctor Strange Academy.
Her intro was good. Her and Cree Summer is her mom.
Yeah.
But their intro into the series, because Cree Summer's in the first episode, and then we don't see her for a couple episodes. She pops back up, and I think that was 4 or 5.
Yeah. So you first think the Cree Summer is just her mom's crystal sister.
Yes.
In the beginning.
But it turns out them is witches. They both witches.
Or no, they're sorcerers.
There we go.
Yeah.
One step above.
Because I was interested. I was like, so are they witches or sorcerers?
Yeah.
And they went sorcery.
Madeline and Zelma, mother and daughter duo, are sorcerers who know about Dormammu, who know about Carmitage, who know
apparently
about Doctor Strange.
Cree studied there for a while before she left to go have Zelma.
Yes, and Zelma was like, we should have stayed because I could have learned so much. And she's like, I ain't a place for kids. Anywho,
so I'm sure she's going to head back at some point.
Yes, people think that this might lead into Strange Academy, which I wouldn't be mad at. But there's so much talk and rumors about Marvel setting up this and Marvel setting up that at the same time where Bob Iger was going, we doing like 2 shows and 2 movies each year.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Interesting enough, DC is going to do that too now.
Because they doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same.
Anywho.
Yeah.
So yes, if you've not seen Ironheart, definitely check it out. It's super good. It's an easy watch. It's only 6 episodes. You can watch that in one day or 2 afternoons if you must. But
6 hours though.
It is. Full episodes. No filler.
So you can.
Don't start at 9 o'clock at night is what I'm telling you.
Can't watch them all in one day.
Good. You have to start early though. Start like noon.
Right.
Make sure you have time for lunch and dinner. But yeah, definitely check it out. It's really good. Love to hear your thoughts about it. I do hope that we get a follow-up sooner rather than later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kevin, please don't make us wait.
All right, so that is our review of Ironheart. It is on Disney Plus. Go check it out. It has 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. It is certified fresh. It's one of the most well-received series that have come out from the MCU.
I know that's right.
So keep it rolling.
Losers.
All right, we're going to take a short break and come back with our first review for Jurassic World Rebirth.
Last week we watched Jurassic World Rebirth. It was released 4th of July weekend, so July 2nd, 2025. Director was Gareth Edwards. If you are not familiar with his work, he directed Godzilla, Rogue One, which is like regarded as one of the best Star Wars movies ever made, and The Creator, which came out last year with John David Washington, which we enjoyed, and we also did a review for. Check that out. The writer for this, and I'm pointing this out because it's somebody notable, David Coop,
I think so.
Who wrote the original Jurassic Park movie.
Yes.
He also wrote The Lost World, which is also a fave. He also wrote Spider-Man, the first one with Tobey Maguire, and he also wrote the first Mission Impossible movie.
Nice.
Pretty well regarded to right to here.
Yeah.
Cast and characters for Jurassic World Rebirth include, if you have been sleeping under a rock, Scarlett Johansson, our Asian queen, plays Zora Bennett.
That's funny.
Mahershala Ali plays Duncan Kincaid. Jonathan Bailey plays Dr. Henry Loomis. And then Rupert Friend plays Martin Krebs.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll go with Martin Krebs. He's also the Grand Inquisitor from Ahsoka.
Yes.
Blew my freaking mind
That's
last
funny.
episode. I was so taken aback. Runtime is 2 hours and 13 minutes, so not short and sweet and to the point, but just long enough, I would say. Budget of $180 million, which it probably, in my opinion, probably cost $200 million, and then Gareth gave $20 million back.
Okay.
That's how he does.
Right.
But the actual budget on paper, $180 million. So far in the box office, it has made $409 million worldwide.
That's a lot of money.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah. It's almost half a billion.
People love dinos. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a whole thing about this movie. It's going to suck and people going to hate it. And it's not going to make no money.
And they say that after every single Jurassic Park
we're
movie.
never going to get another Jurassic Park movie. And ching, 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 ching. Universal was like, yeah, right.
Right.
Seeing the movies, guys. So, yes, it's doing well. It's only been out for like, what, two weeks? So, It's got plenty of legs left to catch up, especially next month because there's not any big movies open up in August.
Nope.
And it's summer. Kids is out. Families is going to the movies. Cinema score is a B, which is not great.
No.
But obviously it doesn't matter.
It's not affecting its box office.
Doesn't matter.
Which is strange.
Cinema score is funny because for some movies you can kind of tell it's going to impact the legs. For most movies, I guess, you can tell it's going to impact the legs. For some movies, it don't even matter. And I think Dinos is critic proof, as we're about to see, because the Rotten Tomato scores for critics is a 52.
Yeah.
Not great. It's green.
I mean, but they're all bad.
They're green
Except
splat.
for the first one.
Yeah, all the Jurassic Park movies are like terrible. Don't go see it. Boo, boo, boo.
Yeah.
$1 billion. The last three made $1 billion. The audience scores
argument doesn't work.
Right. Audience scores is 71. Also, apparently,
who cares?
I mean, this movie's not gonna make $1 billion like the Jurassic World movies have, but people trash.
But it's made half.
Right.
So,
it's gonna make a profit.
So it's like,
And
what's the negative here?
You know what they probably learned because they probably decreased that budget.
Yeah. And they hired the right person.
And hired the right writer, director, and actors. Mm-hmm. So it's going to come out in the green.
Right.
We're fine.
So when people are like, it's not going to make $1 billion, well,
we don't care.
It's making half.
It's probably going to make more than half.
I don't know if that's a negative. I don't know if $500 million is not success.
Right. I should pin it and then like 4 episodes from now be like, and now the total is.
Right.
So the movie financially will probably be fine. Like I said, $400 million in 2 weeks ain't too shabby.
Right.
When it comes to a movie.
Right.
There's plenty of movies.
Nobody's walking away eating box lunch from this movie.
No. They're probably working on a sequel.
Right.
Probably trying to figure out how they can get a sequel out of this. All right, so that's it for the facts and figures of Jurassic World Rebirth. What was the plot?
The plot of Jurassic World Rebirth is this week's billionaire.
Yeah. Right.
This movie's the billionaire of this week.
Trash.
Is taking a ragtag crew of a mixed group of professionals.
Yeah.
To another island that John Hammond kept off the books. which is so funny. I just rewatched the first Jurassic Park a couple days ago, and every time I rewatch it, I'm like, John Hammond was an idiot, but at least he was nice. He had good intentions. And then every movie after that, it's like John Hammond kept something else off the books.
You know what I need to do?
Actually, he was bad.
I need to read the book. When we go to Comic-Con, I'm definitely gonna read that book on the plane because apparently the book gives a lot more context to what he was up to.
The movie makes John Hammond seem like
a cuddly granddad.
Yes, but an idiot, but well-intentioned and really loves his children and was really trying to open the park in the name of entertainment. And going back and watching that scene where he's sitting with Laura Dern eating ice cream, talking about the flea circus and that was where the dream started from. And now watching these movies where every movie is like, oh yeah, we found another island where they did something also terrible and illegal and kept it off the book.
You was crazy in your old ways.
It's like, John, you was really selling it in that first Jurassic Park movie.
He was doing a lot of dirt.
Was terrible.
Just cooking the books. Cooking a book of parks. Be like, just shove this book with this park name somewhere else.
But anywho, back to the plot. This time, they are searching for the 3 largest dinosaurs left in existence.
Yeah, something like that.
So that they can get more dino DNA. So that they can cure diseases, incurable human diseases around the world.
Correct. So
and of course, hijinks ensue.
Shenanigans, hijinks, and death.
Right.
Ensue. Just like you want for a Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into our non-spoiler thoughts first. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I can go first.
All right.
I like this movie.
Yes.
I had a good time.
Great time.
It brought some of the scares back. It had a lot of jokes, but the movie wasn't goofy.
True.
It was scary. The danger was serious. It reminded me a lot of The Lost World. I know a lot of people don't like The Lost World, but I like The Lost World.
If you don't like that movie, something's wrong with you.
And the thing that I liked about The Lost World is that it was another dinosaur movie where they were stuck. It wasn't an intentional trip to the park. Nope. They were stuck in the things did not go along with their plan.
Oh, we had 2 different groups too.
Yeah, and we had 2 different groups.
Yep.
And things didn't really go along with the plan. And instead of being at a park facility where they have they're in the wild. And that makes it a lot scarier because the forest is scary anyway.
Right.
The whole movie reminded me a lot of the third act of Dominion when they did the crash landing in the preserve and they were out there with the dinosaurs until they made it to the facility. Right. That's what the whole movie felt like. Okay. It also felt like
that first half of Lost World.
The second half after the T-Rex attack.
There it is.
And
the 2 groups had to get together.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's where Jurassic Park works better when the crew is stuck.
And they can't get off.
They don't know how they're just trying to survive.
You got competing entities against each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that none of the characters were dumb. I mean, the boyfriend was an idiot, but he didn't make dumb choices. He didn't make dumb choices. He was just an idiot.
Okay.
Nobody willingly stuck their neck out for something dumb.
Not on purpose.
No, not on purpose.
Okay. Fair enough.
There were some situations where it was tense, but they had to do it.
Right.
Like the boat scene. It was like it was so tense, but it was like it had to be done. There was no other way this was going to be done. I think the addition of I like the chemistry between the cast, specifically the professionals.
The core 4.
The non-family.
Yes.
Yes. The family was fine.
The crew.
Yeah, the family was fine because you always have to have the bystanders in a Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah.
Who have to be saved, and then you have the cast who do the saving.
Yeah,
I like the cast that do the saving
and get chomped on.
We had a lot of like good character moments.
We did.
The only negative with that, I think, is that all of their relationship is backstory that's explained in conversation rather than scene.
You're right. You're right, and we can get to that when we get to the
So it's a lot of talking about Scarlett Johansson's dead partner.
Yeah, mom.
Both.
Yeah.
She had the dead mom and the dead.
There's a lot of suffering before we even got to the movie.
But it was a lot of conversating about him. It's like, well, they didn't make it to the movie. So, and then I guess Mahershala lost a child.
Yes. And was divorced?
And was also divorced.
Yeah.
So it was just a little weird because it's like, well, this is good backstory.
Right. Where's the dinos?
But other than that, I think I went, and the dinos.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I enjoyed all of the dinosaurs.
Uh-oh. But
the
Rancor?
Yes. The Red Core, which I wanted to see the most of, was barely in the movie, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a very it was a
bait and switch.
They were like, you get 180 million. Do what you can.
Right.
So we can't frame this thing for much longer. It's too big.
You get 5 minutes of rendering.
It's too right. It's too. You get 2 minutes at the beginning. You get 3 minutes at the end.
I wanted more of the Rancor. I wanted more of the Rancor. I'll save it for spoilers how much they put in it, but it wasn't as Rancor focused as I wanted it to be.
No.
It was more Lost World focused, where it was we're traveling across this island and we're hitting different dinosaurs at every stop.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That is actually my first non-spoiler thought is that I like the dino variety.
Yeah.
We get a lot, like you said, literally every stop, new dinosaur, somebody's eating, another dinosaur, somebody else eating. But I liked it because it provided a lot of tension. And some dinosaurs popped up when you wasn't really expecting it to. Like characters are doing things and it's like, oh snap, dinosaur. Dead. So things like that were good. I did love our cast, even the Grand Inquisitor, Rupert Friend.
Yeah,
he was good as like the billionaire. I wouldn't call him a hot shot, but he was definitely like, I brung the money, I should be calling the shot. So he had that like funky attitude.
Yeah,
he did very good with that. I thought the family was okay. I mean, they needed to be there. I didn't fall in love with the family.
They reminded me a lot of the Kirbys in Jurassic Park 3.
Oh,
which is part of the reason why I didn't like a lot of Jurassic Park.
I feel 3. I like them a little less than the Kirbys, to be honest with you. Yeah, it was 3 is like its own special beast, but I think the intro of them dragged just a touch. It took a long time to get to the island, to get to them to the island, and to get into the dinosaur that they ran into. I was like, where is it? Because I need y'all to have something going on. So that pacing with the family was a little whatever. Could take them or leave them. They didn't destroy the movie for me. The kills were brutal. Loved it. Every time somebody got it, I was like, yes.
It was a lot of
tension.
It wasn't like instant kills. It was a lot of dragging off while we just hear you scream off into the distance.
Getting your skin ripped off, things like
good
that.
Lord.
Right. So the kills were brutal, but on the other hand, I guess it going hand in hand, it was a lot of tension.
Yeah.
Tension. Like you didn't know when a dinosaur was gonna pop up, but when it did pop up, you know who was gonna make it, who wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah.
Well, some scenes you knew who was not gonna make it out because it was just like, who is this actor? But when they got killed, it was pretty good. Yeah. So R.I.P. to them people. And then I like the end. The end was good. They did a little bait and switch on us.
I like the ending.
But I liked how it ended. I was satisfied. I was like, okay, y'all didn't do the thing I thought y'all was going to do.
No.
Shout out to the cast and crew for that because I almost would have been pissed.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. So that was good. You got anything else for non-spoiler?
I think that's all I have for non-spoiler.
All right, so we're going to go into our spoiler section for Rebirth in 3 and 2 and 1. So let's start off with our cast. We're just gonna do the core 4, and then we'll interject the other people and the families and stuff as we go along. So the top of our core 4, Scarlett Johansson plays Zora Bennett. So her character is our
team leader,
extraction person. Chris Hemsworth from Extraction.
Yeah,
that's exactly who she is. She's an expert of what did she say? Getting people in and out of places they shouldn't be.
Yes.
It's what her and Mahershala.
She's a transporter.
Yeah, her and Mahershala Ali are experts at that. Her character was, when you go to Jurassic Park movies, we're here for the dinosaurs, and the characters are extra.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you mentioned, we get some backstory on her. Actually would have, I don't know, not seen it necessarily, but
for as much as we focused and talked about it, we should have seen it. But but it also had no place in this movie.
She has a tragic, like right before she gets to this mission, she loses her partner in the previous mission, and it seems like it's been like 48 hours or something.
Right. Sometimes they talk about it.
They talk about it because Mahershala Ali is like, I'm sorry, so and so, didn't make it, and then she explains how like he didn't make it, and you like, oh my god, this is terrible.
So I think this is supposed to be her first mission since.
Yes, that's exactly. And it's real fresh and raw, and there's like some emotion there. But Scarlett Johansson does good. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Scarlett Johansson in something that wasn't like, I was like, oh, she's terrible. Never. So I mean, the
movie may not be great.
Exactly. But it ain't really her fault.
Right.
And she does bring a little bit of Black Widow to this. It's hard to not.
Just like 10 years.
Freaking Black Widow.
Yeah. Maybe that's more Scarlett Johansson than Black Widow. Maybe it's less.
Maybe she's playing herself at this point. She's good though. Scarlett Johansson was good in this. I enjoyed her character. I don't really have many notes about the humans because I'm more here for the dinos, but her character wasn't annoying. And she wasn't bad. Jay thought she was going to be bad.
I did.
And she wasn't.
I did.
And I appreciate that.
I would have liked it though, but she wasn't. I would have liked the twist. What would have made it a lot more interesting? Okay. Was if the billionaire wasn't the bad guy.
And she was
she was.
The
pharmaceutical tech was actually doing something benevolent, and she was secretly planning to steal it all along.
That would have been an interesting twist, but they don't do that.
No, it's a kids movie. You can't teach kids that lesson. Not to trust people.
Right. They're not doing that.
Right.
But yeah, so Scarlett Johansson, she was good. No notes.
She was good.
No other notes.
I will echo those thoughts. She brought a lot of the Black Widow to it, but she wasn't the same exact character. She was a different character.
She had the tactical down.
She had the tactics down. I mean, she wasn't karate chopping dinosaurs.
No.
She was doing the same amount of stuff everybody else was doing.
She had the same sense of humor.
Yeah.
And the bite back.
Yeah, she did.
As Natasha.
I liked how she didn't take her foot off Rupert Friend's neck about Teresa falling off the boat. She was immediately suspicious, and she never let it go.
True. I liked how her and Mahershala were like, they didn't trust him.
No.
From the beginning. They actually swindled him for more money before they even get to the island. I was like, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. He was like, I would have gave it to y'all. And I was like, we didn't know that.
They didn't even get far off the beach before she was like, so, what happened on the boat?
Right.
No,
why does that little girl want to kill you?
Right.
What's going on?
All right. Mahershala Ali plays Duncan Kincaid, who is Zora's team member. They both work in the same profession.
They're both extractionists.
Yes, they're both extractionists. His personality is kind of almost the same as hers.
Yes, he has a little more. He's got a little more warmth to his character, I guess.
I mean, because he was a father, so.
Right, and he apparently has lost a child. We don't get any backstory as to how.
No.
We get like a picture, then we kind of make the context clues of what happened. Zora asks him about his wife, and it seems like they didn't work out whatever issues they might have had, and they're not together anymore. But Mahershala Ali can't not act.
No.
So he acts.
Yeah.
He's good. I feel like he was a good addition to this cast, and he brings the extra like spice flair. I don't know. It's just like, okay.
It feels safe when Mahershala Ali is around.
Yes, and I like that his character, all like you said, they didn't fully trust Rupert Friend, Martin. So I like that nobody was dumb.
And because they are mercenaries, and it makes sense because they would have worked with or for shady people before, so they would know how to spot one.
So they always on their toes.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that about both of their characters, is that they're not like, oh, why would he do that? Oh, that's so dumb. No, these are smart people.
I mean, and she popped up in his car without him noticing in the beginning. So I don't know why he thought he could pull the wool over her eyes about anything.
Try to push a kid off a boat.
Yeah, like I don't know why he thought he could get anything past her.
Crazy.
Like she was in your back seat.
Right.
You didn't even pick up on it.
You didn't know she was there.
Yeah.
So yes, I love Mahershala. I love Duncan and Zora in this.
And super happy he lived.
That was the bait and switch I was talking about. There's at the end of the movie, you think that Duncan sacrificed himself, and we see it in the trailer. It's the part where Zora yells, "Duncan!"
Yeah.
That's the part where he like goes off and sacrifices himself. And you feel bad for Zora because she done lost her partner, she done lost her mom. By the way, she missed her mom's funeral.
Yeah.
In one of the scenes, Duncan was like, "Dang, that's terrible."
Yeah.
She's like, "Thank you." He's like, "No, that's really terrible."
That's one of the worst things I've heard somebody do.
Right. And I like their relationship. But Duncan, like, we think he's dead, but then as the movie is about to end and they go off to get saved, he pops up a flare.
Yeah.
And they go save him. So Duncan actually lives. And he has no scars on his face. He's still good.
Jonathan Bailey plays Dr. Henry Loomis, not Dr. Loomis from Halloween. This is a different Dr. Loomis.
I like Jonathan Bailey in this.
He was good in this. Yeah, he was really good.
We call him Lord Dern.
And he was more like a mix between Lord Dern and Sam Neill. I didn't expect him to do so much action. That's why I thought he'd be Lord Dern. I thought he'd stay on the science side.
He's Grant and Dern.
So he does.
Together.
He gets his Indiana Jones moments.
He does,
just like Dr. Grant.
He has one of my favorite moments in the movie, which I'll get to when we do favorite line or scene. But he was like, he's smart. He cares about the dinosaurs. He also cares about the family because for a good portion of the movie, we are separated from the family, and the crew are separated from each other. But he still cares about the family. He is also suspicious of Martin. He actually is the one who puts the bug in Zora's ear. Like, what if we didn't what if we didn't let Martin take this, these DNA and make this drug? What if we gave it to somebody else? Because Martin is kind of like, I'm a billionaire. And what do billionaires do? Want more billions.
Yeah.
So he was like, what if we gave it to people actually in need, because they gonna make this drug, mark it up 10,000%, and people like us won't ever even be able to get access to it. So he was actually a good hearted person, no ulterior motives. I liked his portrayal.
And wrapping it up with the Jonathan Bailey and the other two, Zora and Duncan. I like that all the characters the main three characters were good. They were like good people.
They were hope. I mean, I don't know what these mercenaries was doing before this movie, but in this movie, it was all good.
I like the fact that they immediately turned around when they got the distress call about the family.
Yes,
like, it was
because Martin was like,
Zora and Duncan that were like, no, we're absolutely turning around and going to get them.
Yes.
Out of even though they're Ed Screen, the other guy, and other girl on the ship were like, no, we don't have time. They were like, we're absolutely going back to save a family.
Exactly. So, yes, they were actually good-hearted people and no bad motives.
Right.
And I like that about them.
All right, so we're done with the good guys. Let's talk about Rupert Friend.
Typical billionaire, y'all.
He plays the typical billionaire bad guy.
Clean cut. He don't want to be dirty.
I think the only character in a Jurassic Park movie that wore white that wasn't bad was Bryce Dallas Howard.
Okay.
But the billionaire, the one who's always in the pantsuit in a Jurassic Park movie, is always
with
the
the clean scenes and whatnot.
I don't know why he wore a pantsuit to the island.
He looked real like he went to a work meeting.
Yeah.
But there's one particular scene where when they capture the family and then they get hit by like the mosasaurs or something.
Yes.
The ones in the water. One of the girls, the oldest daughter, falls off the boat. Like, she almost falls off the boat. And she's like looking to Martin like, hey, help me. And he's just staring at her like, me?
Yeah, because he tries to stop her for calling, doing another distress signal.
Because they're not supposed to be going to this island. So she's running to like, oh, I'm going to call for help. And he's trying to stop her because they're not supposed to be out there.
Right.
And in that moment, the dinosaurs attack. She almost falls off. And Martin's just like, well, I guess you slipped and fell.
Yeah.
Huh?
Right.
And then she gets knocked off by the actual dinosaur in the water. I actually thought she was dead at that point.
Yeah.
But they ain't take it there.
No.
So Martin's terrible.
Yeah, he was bad.
It's absolutely terrible. There's no redeeming qualities. He gets worse. He's actually okay for like the middle part of the movie.
Well, he tells the Dilophosaurus in the city to rest in peace already. and get out the way.
Okay, so he's terrible. when they first get to the island, like after they get crash land, shipwrecked on the island, he's neutral. But then towards the end, he like picks up a gun from somebody. I'm like, this is not gonna end well.
As soon as he went for the gun, I said, why do you need a gun?
And it don't end well.
Of course.
But Rupert Friend plays him very good. He does a good job.
He does
good. His ending was a little goofy, but
yeah, I wish his death would have been better.
Yeah, it was very cartoony a little bit.
And he kind of just drove himself into his death.
Yeah, his ending could have added a little more.
I wish the Zor or Duncan or Loomis would have played a more active role in killing him.
Agree. Or maybe the girl would have got her lick back.
Or before he just because he
would have been a team.
He technically would have gotten away had he not ran into the Rancor.
Yeah.
So, and I wish he would have had a more deliberate death.
Agree.
You want to talk about any likes or dislikes you want to throw out?
I like Dinos, Cora, Natasha. I think her and Duncan were no, you know what? The three together, the trio.
Yeah, the trio was good.
I like the trio.
I want the trio back.
I want the trio back. Like, specifically them three.
Yeah.
Don't be switching nobody out.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. Thank God Duncan lived.
Yes.
Because I was about to be pissed. And then I could have watched more. Like, this movie is over 2 hours, but I could have used extra.
I could have spent more time on the island.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
And on the island, not before the island.
Maybe if we had gotten to the island faster.
Agree. I feel like we could have shortened up that family intro. We could have took that time out of there and put it back on the island.
I would say the same. Shorten the family's intro, but I like the tension from the mosasaur being stuck out in the middle of the ocean.
It was you right.
Mosasaur. It could have been shorter, but I like the tension in the scene.
I would have kept the dinosaur sequences long, and I would have took out the part where the dad and the boyfriend were having that weird interaction. We could have just swiped all that out. I didn't need none of that.
No, yeah.
He's a boyfriend, you're a dad. We get it. Y'all don't like each other. Done deal.
Yeah.
And then I'll put here is I like that the crew cared about, I like that our trio cared about the family. I like that they weren't just out there just to get the DNA. Once they got the distress signal, they wanted to keep up with the family, get them on the boat. When they got separated, they were concerned. I like that bit of it just because everybody don't need to be bad in a movie. Like, everybody don't need to be jerks and don't care about humanity. So I like that part. I actually don't have any dislikes.
I liked the dinosaur designs. They were different.
Yes.
If we saw the same dinosaurs like the T-Rex, they at least had like different characteristics.
Right.
Because these were all the mess ups.
So. Right. If you didn't know, this movie is about the island where dinosaurs got experimented on and then just let them run wild.
So this T-Rex, for example, had like stripes on it, which was cool. We got flying raptors, the Mutodons, which are...
Is that what they were?
Yeah, I think they were supposed to be like the flying version of velociraptors.
Sure.
We don't get velociraptors. We get a scene where we think we're going to get the raptors, but then the Mutodon shows up and kills them.
Right. And the trailer lied to us because in the trailer, Jonathan Bailey says, Rupert Friend says, don't say they're raptors. And then Jonathan Bailey says, they're raptors. Never happens in the movie.
Yeah, they're not. No,
never
the
happens.
trailer never happens. So we don't actually get raptors.
It did the Marvel thing to us, unfortunately.
Yeah. Like I said, I like the characters. I think I hit all my likes already.
All right.
Talking about my non-spoilers.
Any dislikes?
Any dislikes?
Besides no raptors.
I wish we got to the island faster.
Okay, fair enough. I agree with you on that.
There was a lot of exposition on Duncan and Zora's backstories, but it just felt like because we aren't going to experience it, why are we talking about it so much?
One dislike, and this is it's minor. At the beginning of the movie, we get like words that says that the dinosaurs they've all either died off or they've the ones that are surviving have moved to the equator.
Tropics.
Basically, all dinosaurs that exist are living in this equator area, and that's like zoned off. You're not supposed to go. But then they mention it in the movie.
This was one of my red notes.
3 times before we even get to the island. Like, we know the dinosaurs are at the equator. We got it.
What's funny is that Jurassic Park movies don't have an opening crawl. So for this one to be the first one with the opening crawl, and then for you to re-exposit it twice later on in the movie.
It was weird. Why
did you do this opening And then 2, why did you still have them write it in 2 different sets of dialogue?
Yeah, it was like immediately
Right
after the scroll.
That's one of my second notes was, what was the opening crawl for?
We didn't need it.
We didn't need it.
We're not stupid.
Especially because right after, Zora explains that all the dinosaurs were Dendromics.
Right. Well, and we got that in the last movie. Sorry, we already knew that part.
Yeah, and they already explained. I guess what we didn't know is that they were dying. But
yeah, they are slow. All the dinosaurs are like slowly dying off no matter where they are.
Right.
Unless they move closer to like the equator.
Right.
So I don't know. That was weird.
And people were like, what? People were wondering at the end of this movie what that means for the rest, because they're like, this is supposed to be the start of a trilogy. Why would they start the trilogy off saying the dinosaurs are dying? Or why would you start the trilogy off saying that dinosaurs are only now, they're only in this one specific location. So unless you go to these one specific locations, you won't run into them.
Why would you go back?
But like, I rewatched the first Jurassic Park, and like Ian said in the first Jurassic Park, life finds a way. The dinosaurs weren't supposed to procreate.
Right.
And they never explained that. They never explained how that happened.
So it literally happens in the first one.
So,
it was the DNA being a frog or something and flip the sex or whatnot.
Who knows? The dinosaurs might evolve and now they're just living.
If they want it, they will figure it out.
Right.
How about that?
Okay, so let's talk about the ending.
So the movie ends how you think it ends.
Yeah.
Pretty much. A bunch of people die. Mm-hmm. None of our core 4 die, except Rupert Friend. He dies because he's supposed to. The family, none of the family dies, which I mean, kind of would have been like an interesting twist. Mm-hmm. But no, our family of 4 also live. The Rancor eats a lot of people.
Let's talk about the Rancor,
including a rescue crew.
Yeah, the Rancor was nice. I enjoyed the Rancor.
Is it actually called a Rancor? It's called something scary.
Else. It's called a D-Rex.
Okay, fine.
Disastrous Rex or something.
Rancor.
Yeah, it's a
like
Rancor. It's a Rancor. It was spooky. It was scary. I didn't think it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a little goofy, but in action, the way it moved around, the facility quietly, not like vibrating the ground every time it stomped.
Right.
We also didn't get a shaky water scene.
Oh, we didn't.
For our first Jurassic Park movie with no shaky water.
Now, the opening scene is actually the Rancor eating somebody who got trapped behind a...
That's one of my random notes.
Wall. That junk was terrifying.
So that's a Gareth Edwards signature move.
Oh, somebody get eaten?
Somebody trapped behind on the other side of a red wall.
That was good.
He does that in every single one of his movies. He did it in The Creator when John David Washington was saying goodbye to Albie at the end. Rogue One, he did it in the Darth Vader scene. There's a Darth Vader scene where there's a guy banging on a glass room.
And Darth Vader's coming behind.
Mm-hmm. He did it in this, and he did it in Godzilla when Bryan Cranston's wife died in the beginning. Yeah, so he loves killing people by putting them on the other side of a glass.
And the person's just like, please, 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 and the other person on the side is like, I can't help you.
So whenever you see a Gareth Edwards movie and 2 characters are separated by a sliding door, one of them is done.
Done. But yeah, that was good. But the Rancor, it looked terrifying. It moved quietly, and somehow it managed to like peek out of the smoke.
That was a good scene when it ate the helicopter out of the smoke and you didn't see it.
Right, and because there's a helicopter that's supposed to come rescue the crew because Zora sent out a distress signal that said like if she doesn't make a call or something in a certain amount of time, come for us.
Nice.
So they end up coming and they're about to leave actually, but somebody hits off a flare. They try to circle back. And we think the helicopter is coming back, but actually the helicopter is in the Rancor's mouth.
Yes.
Walking through the smoke. And we're like, oh, here comes the helicopter. And it's like kind of smoky. You can just see the lights. But then this dust clears and it's the freaking Rancor. Like, this is lunch.
Yes.
Did you want these people to come get you? They're dead. And you're like, no, y'all ain't getting rescued out of this for nothing. So that was really good.
It was shot really well.
It was, because you're like, oh, here comes the help. Oh, the help's dead.
And Gareth Edwards does really good with shooting really large things that aren't real.
Yeah.
And getting it into frame.
We get a full, and I would have liked to see more of it too, because we do get a full scale of it, and it just looks terrible.
Yeah, it just looks bad.
Terrible and like tragic and terrifying.
But scary. Like I would be like, you would think that seeing a T-Rex coming for you would be the worst thing in the world. Seeing this thing coming for you.
Like, and we don't get to see it side by side with a T-Rex, but it looked bad. It looked bigger. T-Rex probably be like, I'm out here.
I'm leaving.
Bye.
Actually.
This area is yours. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so did you have another favorite line or scene or another random note you want to
do we say what the ending is? Everybody gets rescued and makes it home.
Oh yeah, everybody gets rescued, makes it home. We mentioned Rupert Friend gets eaten.
Yeah.
He gets eaten by the Rancor.
All the people you care about make it.
And it ends with, I guess they are planning to just give the cure to everybody.
Yes, they are planning to give it to like, I don't know.
Open source it, I guess.
Exactly. So it's available. The DNA that they use to make the drugs are available to everybody. Favorite line or scene? I'll do 3. We already talked about one. The Rancor in the helicopter. Talked about that one. The T-Rex scene, which they showed a little bit, I think. So the T-Rex is, I think in the trailer, it seems like when one of the daughters blows up this boat that raft that they need, when she blows up the raft and the raft falls down, the T-Rex disappears.
Yes.
But the T-Rex actually like didn't run away. He just rolled over.
Yeah.
But the scene that follows after that is freaking terrifying.
Yeah.
Because the T-Rex is like, y'all ain't supposed to be here. What is this boat? Get out of my business. He's like chasing them down.
He didn't notice them until they started moving.
Yes. Because she like blows a real loud like safety raft. Yeah. And you like, it's done. Y'all about to eat and it's over. He's just like, no, I'm chilling. And then he's like, wait a second.
I love the way the scene was shot. And it was very smart because as it was happening, I looked over to you and I said, now why doesn't she just put it in the water and blow it up in the water? Why does she got to drag it across this loud, dry deck? But then they showed the sign on it that said, you have to
blow it up on
land. I was like, dang it.
Because she's dragged. I mean, y'all imagine
I would have gotten everybody killed.
A huge crate of like the heaviest thing, and the girl's trying to drag it closer to the water so she can then blow it up. But we're just like, just wait till you get there. But
like, just float it across
on the side of the box, it says you blow it up on land. So she pulls the trigger, blows it up, and it's loud, and you're like, crap. But then when the boat falls down, the T-Rex is gone. And you're like, well, where the heck did it go? Yeah. And it just rolled over. But then it spots them and it tries to eat them. Yeah. And it's a really good scene after that.
It was a good chase. Yeah.
And then my other last favorite would be Dr. What's his name again? What is
Loomis's scene with the Dilophosaurus?
Yes. I loved it.
That was a great scene.
It was almost equivalent
to the
very first Jurassic Park where they see dinosaurs for the first time.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It was great.
He's all like tearing up, and I'm like,
he was bawling his eyes out.
I'm about to tear up. The rest of the crew was like, okay, y'all, this is actually like, this is a beautiful thing. Like, maybe we shouldn't kill the dinosaurs. Maybe we should help them live. It was really well done, and Jonathan Bailey did a very good job of expressing, like, because he's like, you know, the paleontologist, right? He's never really seen a dinosaur. Yeah. Well, he has seen it, but he hasn't seen them in their environment.
In the wild.
So he has like that moment, and it was really it was pretty close to that.
It was great. It was really
close
good.
to that very first Jurassic Park movie. You're like, oh my God, it's a dinosaur.
And the way it's shot, like, once again, because it's shot by Gareth Edwards, it just looks really good.
Right. And it's not just one, it's like tons of them.
He's able to get like you get the whole valley. And then the rest of them just pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, you're like, oh, there's like 500 of
right.
Just chilling, minding their
business. That was my favorite scene too.
Okay.
Any random notes I had? Why was all the creatures in the lab two-headed?
I
thought it was just one, but it was like 3 different ones that was two-headed.
Yeah, them was still in the tube.
But I was upset none of the two-headed dinosaurs was running around on the island. Yeah. I would have wanted to see that.
Nightmares.
I wanted to see the two-headed raptor.
Nightmares.
Running around. That would have been fun. I mean, if you already had the Rancor, we could have went to two-headed dinosaurs.
He did have 4 arms.
Yeah.
And they were not the same length.
I love the scene of them pulling the scam on Rebirth friend in the beginning.
Very good. I like that one.
That was good because I like when the third dude came in at the end and he didn't know that they already did it.
Yes. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And they're like, we did it. It was fine.
I think this is probably the first Jurassic Park movie where one of the kids doesn't like dinosaurs.
Which kid did? Oh, the daughter, the oldest daughter?
Yeah.
That family was interesting.
They were interesting.
They were fine, but it was also interesting.
Yeah, they were tension breakers.
Sure. They broke up the movie nicely. Yeah. I'll give it that. When we bounced back and forth, that was good pacing.
We made a mistake. Scarlett Johansson was not Black Widow in this movie. She was Alita 1 from Transformers 1 in this movie.
She's both. She was a bit of both.
She had her Alita 1 personality. She was so bossy in me.
I loved her character in Transformers 1. So it's like she's carrying a little Black Widow in Transformers 1 with her everywhere she goes.
She was so quippy through the whole thing. It never seemed like she was scared until Duncan almost died.
Right, exactly.
So she kept a cool head. But yeah, her attitude was very Alita. Mm-hmm. Last thing, the flying raptors, the mutodons.
Yeah, they were pretty bad.
They're pretty bad.
I mean, I
didn't think you could make something scarier than raptors. But now you have flying raptors.
Too.
And they were just like... they just didn't give up. I mean, I didn't think the thing was going to chase them all the way down to the sewer. Like, seriously, we're doing this?
Squeezed its body.
There's nothing else on land for you to eat?
Into the floor, into the street.
Yeah.
I was just like, you can leave them alone. Like,
there's nothing else I have for you to eat. You have to chase them down to the sewers.
You ain't got no games to play, nothing, no other fun times to have. Yeah, that was crazy.
All right, you want to get into our rating?
I had one miscellaneous thought.
Oh, sure.
Or is we getting another? Can we have another?
Yeah, I would like another.
I want another. And then I'll say I thought the boyfriend was going to get it, but I guess that would have been too much.
I was surprised he died. I'm surprised he did not die when we got the raptor tease.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, when he went to go take a pee.
Yeah, because, yeah.
Yeah, because that would have been into him.
I was like,
I don't know why he had to go so far.
Yeah, he did the cornbread thing in Centers where he walked like a country mile
just to go pee.
Like, why are you going in a forest?
These trees are so big. Just go around the other side of the tree.
Dinosaurs. Like, sir, we're in a dire situation. I don't care about you peeing around the corner. Like,
when you have to pee in the house with your family, do you go next door?
Right.
Or do you go to the bathroom that's like 4 feet away? I don't know why you have to go so far in the woods.
That was my other, like, why are you walking so far?
Right.
Cornbread. So, rating, I'm going to give it a 5.
I'm going to give it a 4.5.
I'll give it a 4.5.
I give it a 4.5 just because the beginning was a little slower.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair. I'll take off half for the beginning, and I'll take off a little half for the family. Just didn't love them when they were there, but it was, I don't know.
But I had a good time. I think it was a well put together Jurassic Park movie. I think it stands along the side of the rest of them.
Do we want to do our ranking real quick?
Sure.
All right.
Let me pull up all of them.
All right. I saw Letterboxd posted like, what is your ranking? And I was like, ooh, I don't know if I thought about that. Let me pull it up on my end as well. Jurassic.
All right. So in the original trilogy, we have Jurassic Park, Lost World, and Jurassic Park 3. In the World trilogy, we have World, Fallen Kingdom, and Dominion. And now we have Rebirth.
Okay.
So 1 is 1 for me.
1 is 1. Lost World would be my second.
Same.
Third would be World.
Yes.
Fourth would be Rebirth.
Yes, that's correct.
Fifth would be Dominion.
Okay, yes.
Sixth would be 3. Jurassic Park 3.
Okay.
And fourth would be Fallen Kingdom. Last would be Fallen Kingdom.
My ranking goes the exact same, except I switched 3 and Fallen Kingdom. 3 is the worst Jurassic Park film to me. You think it's worse than Fallen Kingdom? It is so bad. And I think it's because
fair enough.
That one's even Fallen Kingdom wasn't a great movie, but the motivations for the film I liked. I liked the fact that they were going to face a second extinction, and the point of the film was to rescue the dinosaurs, but it was a hoax. Yeah. The whole point of the third movie being about just some
rescuing the
family, and they weren't even like a full family.
But it has the best line of one of the best lines of the franchise. Was
with the raptor saying Alan on the?
No, that was the worst. One of the best scenes is when Grant was about to drop the eggs off, and he was like, "Wait a second, the raptor egg."
Oh yeah, what did they do if they find us without them? Yeah. I guess the scene where the phone is ringing and it's the Spinosaurus.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a good one, but it was still the worst movie.
Okay,
still so bad.
At the bottom of the list.
Yeah,
okay.
But that's how my ranking goes.
Okay, so we have this almost the same ranking.
Yeah,
almost. So okay, fair enough. I agree with you. And
Dominion wasn't great, but I loved the third act of Dominion,
where we get everybody together.
Preserve.
Yeah, they kind of veered off with like the bugs and stuff. I was like,
and the black market and stuff.
Dinosaur movie.
Yeah, the locust
and the twin and all that, or the clone or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so we pretty good for like the first 5.
Yeah,
that's good enough. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, watch it. IMAX, Dolby. I actually don't think it's an IMAX. Whatever premium screen you have, you should definitely check it out. I actually am going to try to go to Discount Tuesday.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So I can see it one more time before Fantastic Four take everybody's screens away from it.
Fantastic Four.
That hit.
It does. It's good. It is. Yeah. Giacchino does a good job.
I have a funny story about that after we're done recording. Anywho,
okay.
So go see it.
Yeah.
Check it out. If you've liked all of the other dinosaur movies, I don't see why you didn't like this one. If you don't like any other dinosaur movies, don't bother. We don't want to hear about it.
All right, so that is our second review, 2 out of 3 down. We're going to take another short break because my mouth is dry, and we're going to come back for our third review, which is Superman.
This week we actually did watch Superman, which used to be called Superman Legacy, which now I see why they didn't keep Legacy on there. Now that we've seen the movie. But anyway, it came out July 11th, 2025. It is directed by James Gunn. If you do not know who James Gunn is, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But he directed the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise for Marvel. So all 3 of those. He also directed and wrote the Suicide Squad. So not Suicide Squad Will Smith, the Suicide Squad with Idris Elba.
Yes.
For DC.
Mm-hmm.
So he's worked with both. And I guess I should throw out there if you didn't know, he is the Kevin Feige of the DC over at WB.
Yes.
So he's basically...
I mean, he's one of 2.
There you go.
People forget
he's
Peter.
He's a Kevin Feige. There's 2 Kevin Feiges over there.
I think Peter prefers people forget that Peter's there.
The other guy's called Peter Sassafras or something.
Sassafras. Okay.
Whatever. Nobody cares. We only care. James Gunn is the only one who talks, okay?
Yeah.
So we hear about Peter in like articles. Like, Peter ain't say that. Y'all just put that in his mouth.
Right.
Anywho, cast and characters of Superman include Superman, who's played by David Cornsweet, who is from Why Don't You Like Me?
Burrow?
Yes. He's also from other stuff that I haven't seen. So I'm not talking about those. We also have Rachel.
He's from Twisters.
Oh, he was the jerk in Twisters.
Yes.
Oh, that is not his best work. And neither is that movie.
No.
For anybody. Rachel Brosnahan.
Yes.
She is Lois Lane. I best know her from, she got pushed off a train. Nope, Doug killed her. House Guards. The other girl got pushed off a train.
Oh, yeah, she's
did die. She's also Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which I didn't watch, but people really liked.
She's got a lot of awards from that, so.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. Nicholas Hoult, who plays Lex Luthor. Nicholas Hoult is from a bunch of things. He was Beast.
Beast? Yeah. How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
He was in The Menu.
Nosferatu.
He was in Renfield. He's been in a bunch of stuff, which is why he got paid the most out of 3.
Yeah.
That was another thing.
Yeah.
Eddie
Gathegi
plays Mr. Terrific, whose real name is Michael Holt, which I did not know that.
Yes.
Anthony Carnigan plays Metamorpho. We have Nathan Fillion.
Kerrigan. You remember him?
Anthony Kerrigan?
Death of Unicorn. He was our butler guy that we liked.
Oh, he was the one character we liked.
Yeah.
From that movie.
Yeah.
Did not like the movie. Listen to our review. Plays Metamorpho. Nathan Fillion, who's in a bunch of stuff. He's similar to Nicholas Hoult, who's been in a bunch of stuff, but he's been around for longer. So
Much longer.
He's been in more bunches of stuff. He plays Guy Gardner in this / Green Lantern. And then we also have Isabella Merced, who plays Hawk Girl. We last saw her in Alien Romulus.
Yes.
Getting eaten by her own child.
Yes.
Yuck.
So gross.
She was also in Madam Web, unfortunately.
Sadly, yes.
Sucked. Anywho.
She was not the problem with Madam Web.
No, we like her.
Yes.
I like her. Every time I see her, though, I think of that baby. Sorry.
It's bad.
Good movie, though.
Great movie.
Listen to our review of Alien Romulus. Runtime for Superman is 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. It's a movie. It's long. It's 2 hours.
Yeah.
It goes. Budget is I have $225. $225 million is the budget. So this is a hefty budget.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pricey.
Yeah.
It ain't Mission Impossible pricey.
No.
But it's pricey.
Yeah, it's up there though.
Currently, though, box office domestically is sitting at $56.5 million for opening day, and is projected to do $115 to $125 million opening weekend domestically. Just for facts and figures purposes, Man of Steel did $125.1 domestically opening weekend. So people are on pins and needles to see if this is going to do the same or better or lower than Man of Steel, which was our last solo Superman movie 13 years ago.
Interesting.
Yeah. That could be its own topic. But anywho.
we won't discuss.
We'll let
y'all have that.
We'll let y'all have that. I will be keeping my eye because I am curious.
I am. in a private capacity.
I'm curious at how this movie is going to do compared to Man of Steel.
We'll keep our discussions about that off the podcast.
Which came out. I'm having on 30th. I'm just playing. I'm not playing. Ratings for Superman is good though.
Yeah.
Cinema score is A-. The same as Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes. The Rotten Tomatoes score is a little better. Critics have given it an 82. Audience is giving it a 94. So people like it.
Yeah.
It's well received, as one would say.
Yeah.
So you want to get into the plot of Superman?
Sure. The plot of Superman is Superman versus Lex.
Typical.
Yes.
Hijinks and shenanigans ensue.
Yeah. It's not a complex movie at all.
No.
In any way whatsoever. Yeah.
It
It's
doesn't.
Superman versus Lex. It's an extended version of what you would find on a Saturday morning cartoon episode of Superman. In one of the episodes because a lot of the episodes of Superman, he has a guest superhero make an appearance in it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
This is very okay.
It's like an episode of Justice League Unlimited.
The pieces are piecing.
Yeah. So
interesting.
It's a non-convoluted plot about Superman versus Lex. And Lex is trying his usual bag of schemes to try to take Superman down. Yeah.
That is literally this movie.
Yeah.
It's a cartoon.
It's an original Superman
And that's
story.
not a bad thing.
No.
This movie was definitely made for Superman fans.
A lot of people say it feels like it's ripped from a comic, and that's probably why.
Yes.
Because it feels, plot-wise.
And that's what Superman fans wanted. Now, is that what the general audience wanted? We'll see what that box office turns out to be. Yeah. Anywho, so that is it for plot. Let's talk about our non-spoiler thoughts for Superman.
You can go first on this one.
The movie was fine.
Yeah.
Big old, I'm whelmed. That's what people like to say. And my biggest thing with this movie is as high as the scores are and as high as the feedback was for most of the people, I didn't think it didn't do anything different. It was your standard fare comic book movie, and it was not bad, but it was not great. I was maybe expecting we was gonna get something like a Black Panther or a Winter Soldier, or I don't know, something that was like origins. And this is not an origin story. This is the first of, I guess, a Superman new franchise, I guess you would say, because we don't know how many are going to be in this. I don't know. It was run of the mill.
I think it's just because there have been so many Superman movies.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. And at first I was kind of like, maybe I'm just not into Superman, but I like Smallville.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I was like, maybe I just don't.
We were enjoying what we watched, Superman and Lois.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I like James Gunn's movies because I didn't particularly like the Suicide Squad, but Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is one of my favorite Marvel movies. So I don't know. It was just fine. But there are a lot of characters in this. I'm sorry, but I agree.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in this. I don't know if overstuffed is the word I would use, but I think because there are so many people in this, I was like, I don't really care about 95% of y'all.
I saw some people say it's not actually overstuffed. People wouldn't say it was overstuffed if all the characters weren't in costumes and they're just regular people. But I'm like, no, there are plenty of movies that are overstuffed with regular people.
Well, James Gunn said like there's not too many people because Oppenheimer, all the people in Oppenheimer, you're right. Maybe Oppenheimer also had too many.
Maybe Oppenheimer had too many people in it.
I can't remember 95% of the people.
Yeah. Just because a movie with 1,000 people in it does well doesn't mean it wasn't overstuffed.
Right.
It was overstuffed. It just did well.
Literally don't remember. People like, oh, he's Oppenheimer. And I'll be like, was he?
Things could still do well with a list of cons under it.
Was it in the background? Like tying up somebody's shoes or something?
There's a lot of people in that movie.
I remember that.
Sometimes I forget when somebody says, oh, they were in Oppenheimer. It's like, who?
And?
They were. So was I.
Right. We all were Oppenheimer.
Right.
It's a group project. Anywho, I do think the chemistry between Lois and Clark was good, though.
Yes.
I very much enjoy that. Firing on all cylinders. So we got the classic Lois and Clark back and forth. Are we, aren't we? What are we going to do? All that jazz. That was great. I also like the trio. So if you add Lex in there, although Lois and Lex don't interact, the triangle was firing. I liked all that. Clark and I guess
what was the triangle?
Lois, Clark, and Lex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I like the three of them, although the three of them were never in the same room together.
That's true.
I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, that's true. We don't get a lot of.
Actually, Lex never mentions Lois at all. Period. I don't even know if Lex knows Lois exists.
No, and I think that is because we'll get into that later.
Okay. But yeah, overall I was fine. I would have liked to like this movie more. I wanted like a goosebumps feeling, like, ooh, that was like a really good scene, or oh, I'll keep playing this back in my mind. But I think because they showed so much of this movie before the movie came out, like all of those potential, like, ooh, that was a really good scene movies, I saw them already. Like when he's like floating out of ashes, like Jesus.
And I think that is. I was gonna mention
cool
that I've seen so many shots of Superman flying out of the ashes like Jesus that didn't hit for me as much as I wanted it to. The Jesus
shot would have been great had I seen the Jesus shot in the movie. Like, not beforehand. Or the scene with, like, Guy Gardner or Green Lantern has a really good scene at the end where he's using his powers. There was a picture of that before the movie
they
came
put
out. I
it
was
in
like,
the trailer.
that wasn't, I've already, even the twist, somehow I was like, wait a minute, how did I know this was about to happen?
Yeah.
So that compounded the fact that I was just kind of like, I'm whelmed.
Yeah.
So those are my non-spoiler thoughts.
Yeah, and to piggyback off this scene, like you said, with all of the good shots of him just floating, and there's like an amazing backdrop.
Yeah.
Or the lighting is amazing, or the score is knocking.
Yeah.
And it's like,
we've seen it.
So many Superman movies have done this, and
Yeah.
I was disappointed because I was like, I would have loved this if this wasn't Superman 12.
They should have saved something. Like, even like Crypto dragging him back to the fortress. Like, maybe I should have cut that out.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I don't know. It's just too much of this movie for this movie to be 2 hours long. They decided
every part of it was in the trailer.
They decided to put the heavy hitter scenes in the trailer, and I'm like, there's other stuff y'all could have picked
outside of one scene at the end, or a scene that was clearly hidden to hide a cameo, like Jor-El,
fair.
like Jor-El.
Yeah.
Every part of this movie was in the trailers.
Yeah.
Every single inch of this movie was in the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think because there was nothing else. I don't know.
And I know people are like, oh well, if you don't want to see the trailers,
just stop
watching. Well, we do a podcast. So, sorry.
I can't. I can't scroll past
a podcast, so we have to engage with these topics.
There are certain points where I will stop. Like, I have not watched nothing Fantastic Four related in the last 2 weeks because stop it.
Yeah.
Now, pictures, I don't know until I look at it. Like, oh, that's a Superman picture.
Yeah.
Well, dang it, now I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think because the rest of the movie didn't have any other heavy hitter moments, I was just kind of like, well, I've seen all of this. So, I was whelmed.
Yeah. I thought the movie was good.
Okay.
I think I was more than whelmed. I thought it was a good movie.
Whelmed is good.
Yeah, but
I wasn't underwhelmed.
I do think that for me personally, this movie suffers from the too many reboots curse.
Okay.
Because I watch comic book movies all the time.
Yes.
I've seen all of these and all of the Superman. I find it strange when everybody's like, we're finally getting Superman doing these Superman things. It's like, no, we've seen him do these things before.
It's been a little while.
It's been a while because the last thing we had was Man of Steel.
Right.
So that was the most recent thing. And because the most recent thing was like 10 years ago, it feels like you've never had these moments before. Right. But we've had these moments before.
And I wonder if some people are just like, maybe a certain age range is saying that. Because it's like, how long y'all been around?
I think it's those who...
Or they didn't bother to watch the older movies?
Didn't bother to watch the older movies. Or watch the older movies but are under the impression that the Man of Steel is like the most highly regarded depiction of Superman when it isn't.
It's not.
So they go too far to the positive side.
Other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a very good looking movie. It was very pretty.
Bright. I like the brightness. I didn't have to like squint to see what I was looking at.
I agree with the sentiment that it felt overstuffed. And it's weird because one of the things that I always say about James Gunn is that he knows how to do a large cast and give them all something to do. And I think in this one, he didn't do that as well as he does in all his other ones.
He doubled the size of his normal cast.
Yeah. I mean,
like, Guardians of the Galaxy has 5 people? There's like 20 people.
I mean, but then he does like the cameos and the side character. He's good at managing. He's good at juggling a lot of roles.
Okay.
And at least making them all feel memorable or like they have a point.
Yeah.
He does that with Outer Guardians. He did that with Suicide Squad. I think he didn't do it as well with this one.
Agree.
Specifically with the Daily Planet crew.
I don't.
Here's the thing.
I'm glad Wendell Pierce got 2 checks, but
here's the thing with the Daily Planet crew.
Yeah.
If you do not, the Daily outside of Lois and Jimmy, and this includes
Perry.
Perry. This includes Perry.
Yeah.
So outside of Lois and Jimmy, Perry and the rest of them. Unless you are a Superman fan or you read the Superman comics, the Daily Planet crew, the Daily Planet as an entity appears in everything Superman. Yeah. The Daily Planet staff do not, unless you're Lois or Jimmy.
Yeah.
So it was weird because there people I think are, me included, and I'm seeing a lot of criticism around the Jimmy role, like Jimmy's role was boring, or they didn't understand why so much time was spent on Jimmy. And then
he was a plot device.
And then you have the Superman defenders who are like, Jimmy is basically like Foggy Nelson, where even though he's not very entertaining, he Superman's best friend, so you can't say anything bad about him because he has to be there. And that is my point.
Oh.
Because if anybody says anything negative about Jimmy Olsen's role in this movie, everybody, the Superman defenders are like, you can't say anything bad about Jimmy Olsen because he's Superman's best friend. I'm like, well, that sucks because they did not depict that in this movie. Jimmy Olsen was not Clark Kent's best friend in this movie. If anything, he was like Lois's favorite coworker.
Yeah.
But not friends.
It was definitely coworker vibe. From everybody gave we just co-workers.
I was
obviously
really,
besides the main two.
The Daily Planet crew of this movie disappointed me because in order to like the Daily Planet crew, you got to know them. And this movie spent a lot of time with them, but you don't learn a single thing about any of them.
Some of them don't even talk.
Some of them don't even talk, which is weird because why did they get invited into the spacecraft with Mr. Terrific ship?
He had to carry that box of files.
I guess.
That they didn't need.
But we don't get to spend enough time with the Daily Planet crew because this movie has 5,000 other people in it who are doing other things. Yeah. And it was disappointing that because they're not doing anything important, we do waste a lot of time with them. Yeah. Yeah.
Or they just
I would have liked to spend a lot less time with. I actually would have preferred to cut all of the Daily Planet crew.
I would have been fine with that.
Because the Daily Planet crew is interesting in their proximity to Clark. And they had no proximity to Clark because
Clark is in this movie
and that's one of my positives.
3 minutes?
It's a very Superman heavy movie.
Agree.
But because we don't get Clark, we also don't get Clark's relationship with the Daily Planet crew, which means they shouldn't be here.
Fair enough. That is a fair criticism.
I'm not interested in them in this movie.
That is a fair criticism.
Outside of that, I like the fights.
Yes, good. All the fight scenes with that's what I like about Superman movies is that because he's so strong, he does like the most amazing things, and that was showcased in this. Yeah. So they did good with that.
And I like that they went with a moderately superpowered version of Superman, which is still Superman.
Right.
But Superman who gets beat up.
Which is good.
And has a challenge.
Yeah, because then it gets boring, right?
That was one of the critiques with the Man of Steel final fight.
Oh, is that he was too overpowered?
Where they're just punching each other, they look the same. So there's clothes aren't torn. It doesn't make sense where y'all are super powered. Mm-hmm. So if I hit you with a brick, it won't hurt. But if Michael Shannon hits you with a brick, it should bruise you. So why isn't it?
Right. Right. Yeah, I like that. I like people who was like, oh, he's weak. Like, I mean, how boring? How boring is a fight if one person just dominates the whole? It's not a fight at that point. He's a bully.
Yeah.
At that point, if he just beat people up.
The last non-spoiler thing, too. I thought the score was good, obviously. Yeah. Costuming for everybody was great.
Agree.
All the costuming was good.
Even for the people that didn't talk and didn't do anything.
All the super suits were good. Yes.
Agree.
Loved it.
I agree with that.
And effects. Loved that, too.
Yes, they did good on the engineer. I liked her get up and all her little special effects that she had.
Yeah.
She was good. Oh, I didn't put her on this list. That's fine.
All right,
so add them, though.
That is our non-spoiler thoughts. We are about to get into the spoiler section of our review. And 3, and 2, and 1.
So first off, we'll have our main character, Superman Clark Kent. Yes. So David Cornsweet plays him. He looks just like a Superman would look.
Yes.
This is a more aloof. I don't think goofy is like a good term.
Human. Henry Cavill's Superman was not very human. He's
a more human. He's more aloof. He's more I don't even know what the kind-hearted.
Yeah. He has more personality.
Right. He's more warmth to him. He definitely plays that like friendly neighborhood Superman.
That's interesting.
I swapped out characters, but you know what I mean. Like he plays like if that was the version of the comic book character that people wanted, I think David Cornsweet nails it. Yeah. He tries to be like funny. Now I will say that I think I missed a lot of jokes in this movie.
Not a lot of the jokes landed for me either.
I didn't even know they were jokes.
But
you were like the jokes didn't land, and I was like,
Some of the jokes kind of like they let them linger, like they were waiting for like a laugh track, or they left space for the audience to laugh, and it was kind of like nobody laughed.
I didn't hear much humor or much laughing in this movie.
There was a lot of jokes that they didn't all hit.
Right, but he's a quirky guy, and I think he plays quirky well. But I think some of the writing where they were trying to make his quirky funny didn't land for me because I didn't laugh. No. But that's not David Cornsweet's fault. It's the writer's. That's the writer's fault. Yeah. But he does good. No notes. I think he does a good depiction of Superman and Clark Kent. We don't get a lot of Clark Kent in this. We get
Yay.
a couple minutes of Clark Kent at the Daily Planet with the curly wig in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then we get a couple minutes of Clark with less curly wig at like the third act that kicks off the third act of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's fine. I mean, like you said, Superman heavy movie. It's called Superman. I don't need to dilly-dally with Clark Kent if there's not going to be an origin story.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
Totally good with that. That's my notes on David Cornsweet.
Yeah, I think he did a very good job in both roles as Superman and Clark Kent. I liked this interview scene with him and Lois, how he was turning it off and on between him and Superman.
Yeah.
I liked his depiction of Clark Kent and Superman as naive.
Yeah. I like the fact that he was getting mad about social media. That was a different touch.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, you actually are.
And very realistic.
Right.
But I liked his kind-heartedness. He was very straightforward. I was glad that this was very Superman heavy and less Clark Kent. I'm not a Clark Kent hater. Clark Kent's fine. But this movie's called Superman.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I want to see. Superman. That was the issue with 1984. It was very Diana and not very
man. Why should you bring that atrocity up?
I'm glad that this was very Superman. It wasn't Clark Kent try to investigate. They gave the investigating to Lois, who was the better investigator.
Hello.
Yeah.
Her job.
Yeah.
We let her do her job.
Exactly.
Right.
So I thought he did a very good job. As far as the suit, I think it's the best suit I've seen in movies. I like it better than the Man of Steel suit. It's more color. It's more saturated.
Yeah, the pants don't throw it off. I know the pants are original. And some people were like, the pants look goofy. No, you don't even notice that it's a man with underwear outside of his outfit.
Because they're not panning to his crotch every 5
seconds. It just looks like Superman. Yeah. So yes, the suit was perfectly fine. I had no notes about the suit. It fit. It wasn't saggy. All the other crap y'all was complaining about. It looked good.
I will say, and this isn't David Cornsweet's fault, but as far as the character, I wish there would have been a lot less crash zooms in his action sequences.
Okay.
Because I get why they have to do it, because he's Superman. He's flying around all over the place, so they have to like keep it up with them. But it was a lot of like spinny cam in a lot of his fights where it was hard to see what was taking place.
Fair enough.
Or maybe I'm just older and going blind.
I would say some of the close-up camera shots of him flying.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
A little too close.
It wasn't good.
Like, I know he's not flying.
Yeah.
Okay? I know this is a movie.
No.
But I feel like I would have liked to seen some of it from further back. Because I was like, why am I in his nostrils? I'm literally in Superman's
That's
eyebrows.
a James Gunn signature where he does a character flying directly into the screen.
Too close. We didn't get no, did we get like a sonic boom? Like breaking the sound barrier noise?
There's a scene of him flying up into the distance when he was fighting that monster, but we don't follow him. So he kind of just disappears to the sun.
That's a nitpick, but sometimes it was just a little too close.
I don't know if we got any sonic booms in this movie.
I was in his like cornea. It's like, back up.
Rachel Brosnahan plays Lois Lane.
No notes. She plays
great.
She plays a perfect Lois Lane. Yeah. I like her acting. I like you said, I like the back and forth she had with Clark, like that argument. She's smart. She wasn't a damsel in distress in this one. She was in no distress. Well, only distress she had was looking for Clark.
Yeah.
But outside of that, she wasn't.
Amy Adams was always in danger.
She wasn't in any danger. Clark didn't have to, or whatever. Superman didn't have to go like save her and stop something else because she was in danger. So
Did he ever save her?
No,
he didn't save her once in this movie.
She was never in.
Yeah.
She was about her business.
He saved a lot of bystanders. We didn't mention that.
Yes.
I liked all the scenes where he stopped to save people.
He even saved a squirrel. I was like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna find a way to complain about the squirrel. But he was like, he's Superman. He cares about everything. The ants, the birds, the planes, the squirrels, all of that. But Lois did not need to be saved. There was no like, Clark, help me. None of that. She was about her business. Mm-hmm. She was about investigating, and she was a very good journalist. So. And
that's probably why when you said that Lex never went after Lois, probably because Clark was doing all the interviews for himself. Oh. And he didn't even know that he was like close to Lois.
Because Lex had one point said, I'm going to go get that journalist you always talking to. I was like, oh, snap, Lois. He was like, he always seems to be in. I was like,
I was like, well, good thing you're selfish, Clark. You kept all your interviews for yourself. That saved Lois' life.
Like, this fool don't even know he's talking about the same person. He think he's so smart.
Like, you should tell Lois, like, thanks to me.
Right.
You didn't get capped in the back of your head.
You're welcome.
Right.
But yeah, she was great.
She was great. I like a good Lois who you sometimes you have to question whether she really likes Clark or not.
When they
That's
was
a good
arguing,
Lois.
I was like, girl, you need to.
Do you love this man?
Right. Maybe he needs to go home. And he does. He was like, I'm actually going to pack
He
my
leaned
bag.
over and said, it's a good man, Savannah.
Right. He was like, good man, Savannah. Why you being so mean to him? And he was like, why are you being like this? I was like, yeah, why are you being like this?
Yeah, a good Lois is like, do you love him?
Right.
Lois?
Dang, girl, you being awful harsh. Jesus
But she was good, and I like the fact that she had to ask him those questions because he was being insane. When his answers was a little crazy.
Yeah,
when
I mean,
she was asking him about when he went over to, I don't remember, the Sokovia,
right?
Wherever it was that they went over, Johannesburg or whatever. When he went over there to kidnap that president.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, so how did you meet with him? He was like, well, I picked him up and took him to the desert. So I'm like, so you kidnapped him? And she was like, okay, so how did you get the questions out? I held him up against the cactus. She was like, so you tortured him? He was like, well, I wasn't representing anybody. It's like, but you live in Metropolis, which is in the U.S.
Right. He was like, I was representing me, like you?
Right.
Wrong answer.
Nobody represents themselves.
Wrong answer, Superman.
Right. But she had to ask those questions because he was being insane. Like, he was being reckless.
That was a good scene.
Yeah,
that was a good scene.
It was. Who do we have next?
Lex Luthor.
Yes.
And Association. So, in Association is Eve, who played his girlfriend, the engineer, and Ultraman, who were his henchman and woman.
Yes.
Nicholas
Jocasta and Black Noir.
Okay. He definitely get Black Noir. So he just looks the same, and that show's recent. So Nicholas Hoult does great Lex Luthor. Probably my favorite depiction outside of Smallville.
Gene Simmons. Oh,
okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
He's like a mix between both.
Okay, yeah. Now Smallville is probably my favorite rendition of Superman. Period.
Because he had like Gene Simmons' goofy campiness, but
a little bit.
Michael Rosenbaum's evil.
Yeah.
Like
Lex is a murderer.
He's a bad guy.
He's a horrible
and not
person.
like campy comic book villain bad guy.
Terrible.
Quirky, goofy. Like he busts a cap in the innocent
right.
person.
He's like the Penguin.
Yes, he is.
Essentially.
Yeah.
With more money. He's a billionaire penguin.
Yeah.
But Nicholas Hoult does a really good job. I don't really have any notes. I know he was originally going to play Superman. Wouldn't have worked out. So I'm glad that he got to play Lex. This is a step up from the last Lex Luthor we got. Sorry, Jason Eisenberg. That movie was not good.
Oh, yeah.
But no, Lex is crazy. I wish we would have got a little bit, and I know this is not an origin movie, but I wish we would have got a little bit of why he's so obsessed with Superman. I mean, I guess they explained it.
He'll be back.
He explains a little bit of like why he's like so bent on destroying Superman. I mean, I guess if you know the story, you know the story. But if it's your first Superman movie, you be like, dude, you need to relax.
It seems like in this movie, he's just so focused on wanting everybody to focus on him, but they're not. So,
okay, fair enough. But like, Nicholas Hoult does a very good job at the depiction of Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
We also have Eve, the engineer Ultraman. Eve plays. Yeah, Eve plays Lex's girlfriend, but she also is the former ex-girlfriend of Jimmy Olsen, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
The engineer, she's good. I didn't realize she had an accent. Not bad or anything. When she started talking, I was like, oh, you're like, I think she might be Hispanic or something.
Oh, yes, the actress. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. She was good. I would have liked her to be less like... she was very.
I'm not sure if she was acting. It kind of felt like robotic, but I'm not sure if that's because of who her character is. If that's the nanites that do that to her.
She was very just kind of like henchman,
choppy. I don't know.
And less like for her to have the powers that she had, she didn't really command a presence. She was just doing whatever Lex told her to do.
And it never makes sense why people do things for
Lex.
Lex.
Like you could literally kill that man.
Yeah, it never makes sense why. I mean, other than money. It never makes sense why people cooperate with Lex.
And she was kind of like, I want the metahuman gone too. And I was like, well, what did he do to you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They didn't really explain.
He's literally saving people.
I guess he's just annoying.
Yeah, it was given. I hate his face.
They hated him, but they weren't really like elaborating.
Right. So I wish she had a little more oomph. Yeah. Like I wish she had a little Lois in her. It would have been nice.
Agency.
Yeah, a little more agency. And then Ultraman, same. He don't even talk.
No, he's Black Noir.
Literally. Yeah. He is literally Black Noir until the very end of the movie. Yeah. So I don't even have no notes because I don't even know he didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
He fought.
Yeah, he did.
Was a good fighter.
I will say that I like the way they wrote like Lex's plan. How he was playing both sides of the war, using portals and sending the bad guys back and forth so they didn't know it was him.
He was up to a lot.
Yeah.
Doing the most.
Although the B5, A1, C2.
Got a little annoying.
It felt a little up, down, right trigger, left trigger, XY square.
So
and I was getting a little annoyed.
Lex has these Rangers, I think he called them. And
Raptors?
Are they Raptors or
the
they
dudes
Rangers?
in the suits or the dudes in the IT guys?
The dudes in the suits.
Okay.
The dudes in the suits.
The Raptors.
The way that they would send them commands, that they would call out letters and numbers, like a letter number combo, and it'd be like B52, 635, C28, G1, F42, and I was like
bingo.
Right. And then there was one scene where he's like A1, A1, A1. I was like, sir, just talk to them like normal.
Like, please.
Because I guess he has been watching Superman for so long. He's like learning. He's trying to be like Taskmaster.
Yes,
basically.
he is basically.
But he's having other people do the taskmasting. And he's calling out all these numbers. And I was like, this is triggering me. I feel like Bucky getting brainwashed.
Yeah, the scene where he was like directing the fighting was
funny.
It was funny.
It was very unserious.
It was.
And I was like, I'm supposed to be taking this seriously, but I'm kind of...
I think you weren't supposed to take it too seriously just because the way like the IT people would cheer.
Yeah, and the IT people were so annoying because I was like, he's obviously a horrible person. Like, how did he gather all y'all idiots to work for him?
I was confused at the end when the newscaster revealed Lex's plan to everybody. Yeah. When all the IT people were like looking in awe and shock at the TV. It's like, this was the plan. Y'all were doing this actively. Were y'all not in on it?
They have...
Or maybe they were just embarrassed.
They had to be, because they had cameras of them fighting Superman. Like, shouting out, B62.
Yeah, it's like y'all were involved. Y'all going to prison.
Just can you type it?
Maybe that's why they look like that. They were like, we're going to prison.
Right. Like, can you type it instead of saying it? It's driving me crazy.
All right. The Justice Gang, which includes Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, Green Lantern, and we'll add Metamorpho because he ends up in the Justice Gang.
He ends up at the end. So I'll work backwards. Metamorpho was cool.
Yeah.
I thought he would have more, though. I thought Metamorpho, he's in it because he turns into kryptonite so we can Superman at Lex's calling.
Yeah.
And then he works it out. He turns up on the good side. It's fine. But I thought he would be in this more for some reason because his powers are actually pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
So I thought I would have liked to see more of him.
He came in very clutch, but I think he would have been too effective.
Okay.
Yeah. He can literally like make elements, it seems like.
He like made a sun.
He made a sun in a box.
A baby sun. He's like, can't make a sun. And then he makes a sun.
So I think they kept him in the air because it's like, he can't.
Too much.
It's too much.
Too much.
Too effective.
Green Lantern, he was good. He did the perfect, he thinks he's full of himself.
Yeah.
He makes up the Justice Gang name, which is not their official name, what I think it might turn into. Because when I first heard the Justice Gang, I was like, this name is whack.
Yeah.
Now I know why, because it actually is portrayed as being whack.
Yeah.
But he was good. I'm looking forward to see him in the Lanterns.
Yeah.
Based off of this. Hawk Girl, she was good.
She wasn't present as much.
She wasn't present as much as I would have liked. But once again, this movie has a lot of people in it. So how much can you really show of everybody? But her screeching that she did when she was going to fight somebody, pretty cool.
Yeah.
And she has a pretty cool scene where she like drops somebody midair and they die. So I thought that was nice.
I wish they would have gave her more like magical mace stuff. Like her mace is magical. And it has like anti-magic properties to it.
Oh, we didn't get none of that.
But in the movie, they just use it as like she just uses it as a stick.
Club.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything special.
I would have never picked that up.
Yeah.
I wonder if they changed that.
I'm not sure which Hawk Girl this is because there are different types of Hawk Girls.
Okay,
so.
I think she's gonna be in Peacemaker season 2 though.
Yeah, so
which I'm not watching.
No,
but anywho, she was
Peacemaker
great.
Peacemaker was in this. He made a brief cameo.
Oh yeah, he was on TV on one of the talk shows. Yeah, saying something stupid because that's what Peacemaker does. And Mr. Terrific, who was probably my favorite out of the Justice Gang.
Mine too.
He does the most. He's the most effective. He does the most fighting. He does the most leg work. Yes. He talks to Superman the most. He's the only one out of them, not including Metamorpho, that goes to get Superman when Lois shows up. Because Hawk Girl and Green Lantern are like, sorry.
Yeah.
But Mr. Terrific was like, I guess I can help.
Yeah.
But he was good. The only complaint I had with Mr. Terrific, which is not Mr. Terrific's fault or the actor's fault, is that he didn't really get a good like he has a lot of one-liners where he says something that's like clever or sarcastic.
Or he looks and rolls his eyes.
Right. So but he didn't get like a full, I don't think he says a paragraph.
No.
Of sentences in one go, which was kind of weird because he's like one of the best characters of the movie.
I wanted him to do more. I wanted him to give him an opportunity to do more. He gets he gets one good fight scene with the T-spheres when he goes to investigate what they did with Superman.
Right.
But outside of that, he just floats around in the background of the scenes.
He does mostly float.
On his floating chair. Yeah. And he gets like good one-liners, and he's the good science exposition. He exposits the science to the good guys. Mm-hmm. But I was waiting for him to have like a big moment, a big solo moment. And I guess his big solo moment was just the beach scene with the T-spheres.
Okay.
Which was good.
It was good. I
wanted more Mr. Terrific. I feel like they didn't use him enough.
Once again, there's a lot of people in this movie. So I guess you gotta pick and choose who gets what.
Yeah.
I mean, if you would have shaved out the whole.
He had the best looking suit.
The jacket.
Like.
Still want that jacket.
Yeah.
So I love the character. Wish he had more in this movie.
Yeah.
The same with Hawk Girl. Yeah. I would want more of her as well.
Yeah. All right. The Daily Planet folk are the last group. This is Jimmy Olsen, Perry White, Kat. I assume Kat is glasses and blonde wig.
Yeah.
All right.
I had to look up who it was.
I'll add Steve Lombard here.
Who was that?
Steve, exactly. See?
Who? No, really. Who was Steve? Was Steve the one with the Alka-Seltzer in the water on the ship?
Yes.
Oh.
The idiot with the mustache.
Okay.
Yeah, that was antagonizing Clark.
Okay.
In Man of Steel, he was played by Doug Stamper.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't need.
Yeah, and I think Kat in Man of was Kat the one that was trapped under the rubble that they was trying not to leave?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're the boss. That one? No, that was
yeah.
Wrong movie.
The Daily Planet folk. Ooh, I would have cut them.
So Jimmy Olsen is only there because of his connection to Eve, and Eve is only there because of her connection to Lex.
Right.
No, it's fine to keep those two because if that's how the movie gonna get written, then fine.
Right.
Perry White, and I guess you got to keep Perry White because he's the boss.
He's barely in the movie.
He said he has more to do. Wendell Pierce has more to say in this, I guess, than Thunderbolts.
He has less to say in this than Lawrence Fishburne had to say in Man of Steel.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'm glad he got the check.
Yeah.
But character-wise,
he's not in this movie.
And then Kat and Steve,
they're in this movie.
Clearly forgot about Steve.
They don't do anything.
Kat's
there to
talk to Lois
about a conversation that even I wasn't listening to because Lois wasn't either. So
she asked something about that guy she's dating, and Lois was like, I don't remember what she said.
Right, because nobody was listening to Kat, not even the audience.
She said something about tickets or something. I don't know. 2 extra people we ain't need. And there's also a random black guy
who doesn't say anything.
And
I don't know who he is.
You keep going. I'm gonna see if I can look him
up. Steve Lombard played the guy who was antagonizing Clark while he was on the phone talking to his parents, and he was just the chatty guy in the background who had like extra lines to say.
Ryan Thrope. That was the other black guy.
No, who he is. Okay. So yeah, the Daily Planet folk, I would have cut all of them. The reason I would have cut all of them is because the Daily Planet folk aren't interesting unless they're attached. They're only interesting in regards to their proximity to Clark.
And Clark is
not present in this movie, so they aren't interesting, at least to me. Jimmy Olsen is not depicted in this movie as Clark's best friend. I don't care what he is in lore.
I didn't know that till you mentioned
it. Because as I'm sitting across from a non-comic book reader, and she didn't know who Steve Lombard was, which means that he did not need to be in this movie.
I didn't know.
And she didn't learn it by watching the movie. We paid attention.
I paid totally attention.
So the Daily Planet folk should have been cut. Jimmy Olsen, he was just there to exposit things to Lois that we already knew because we already knew what Lex was doing. The Daily Planet crew didn't.
They could have just let Lois be Lois and do her thing and do her own discovery.
Lois should have been a solo act.
Agree.
Yeah.
We didn't need Jimmy to have the connection to Eve, who had the connection to Lex.
Because
Lois could have did all that herself.
Because you can complain about the quality of Man of Steel all day. Amy Adams didn't have a gang around her doing her investigation.
She was doing
Amy
it by
Adams
herself?
was running around getting the job done by herself.
That is true.
Rachel Brosnahan was an effective enough Lois that she could have did this without the Daily Planet.
She portrayed the character where Lois would have got the job done.
Yeah.
So I don't know why she needed a gang with her.
Yeah. So if we don't have enough time to get to know these characters, we need to stop spending time with them. So I would have cut them.
It could have shaved a little time out the movie.
Yeah, that's also true.
All right, let's get into our likes and dislikes. So I'll go first.
Sure.
Crypto. We didn't talk about Crypto at all. He's not played by anybody.
No, he's a fake dog, which is
good.
Great. We'll never have an RIP Crypto post because whenever they have actual animals play roles in movies, and then like later on we have to do an RIP post,
like Lil Sebastian.
Yeah. So
yes, Crypto and Mr. Terrific were my standouts.
Yes.
Now Crypto plays a very like mischievous dog, and I spoil why or the connection of Crypto to somebody else.
We can just say he's not his.
Okay, Crypto is not his dog. It's a foster situation.
That's why he don't listen.
That's why he don't listen. But I do like that Superman at least tries to care for the dog, even though it's not his dog. At one point, he says he's not even a particularly good dog because he gets Lex kidnaps Crypto, and he was like, he's not even a particularly good dog, but he's by himself. I gotta go get him. Yeah. So I like Crypto was effective though. Yeah. Crypto could fight.
He was.
And I like Crypto
when he listened.
And I'm biased to liking Crypto because Crypto reminds me of my own dog.
Yes,
who was clearly 5 feet away from me and had to put her in a pen because she's great.
Who does live with her owner?
Yeah. So really like Crypto, and I already talked about why we like Mr. Terrific. So those are my standouts. Dislike wise, I don't like the movie trope of the public being stupid. So early on in this movie, when Superman, we find out that Superman's parents actually sent him to conquer the Earth. Superman didn't know because he previously only heard half the message, and that has been his guiding light. Well, it turns out that the rest of the message, which Lex decodes, they tell him to conquer the Earth. So he's all in shambles because he's like, I've been living, my creed that I've been living by has been fake. But the public instantly turns on him. And it's like,
unrealistic.
Superman, you're horrible. You're going to, you came here to destroy us or whatever. Like, he hasn't been doing. The
public doesn't believe, in real world, public doesn't believe anything the news posts out.
Right.
And there would have been a lot more question about whether or not the video was doctored.
Right.
And they kind of just dropped it immediately.
Right. And the video, I get the video wasn't doctored is what they say, but people still would have questioned it.
And he had to do that. He immediately had to have Mr. Terrific confirm that it wasn't doctored because I think even to him that would make zero sense that nobody would question that.
Right. I mean, they immediately confirmed that. Like, we don't. We go 2 seconds before Lex is like, I've confirmed it, and Mr. Terrific was like, yeah, he confirmed
it. Mr. Terrific says some bull crap like, oh, I know the IT guys, and they don't lie. I'm like,
how do you know that?
Shut up.
Right.
That don't make no sense.
Right. So the video is real, but Superman is all broke up because he's like, it's been a lie. So I didn't particularly like how that played out.
Yeah, we believe the first draft of the video released by the news.
Right. Like, it's fine that his parents actually sent him to do that, and Superman is conflicted. But I didn't believe the public turn. Yeah. And then, I already mentioned this, but Lex's co-workers or henchmen, or not the henchmen, the IT guys, like, clearly he's evil. Like, why are y'all working here?
I mean,
is the pay that good? I don't believe this many people are joyous about killing Superman. It didn't make any sense.
I would have been fine with them being the way they were if they didn't have the scene at the end where they all looked devastated that it broke the news that they were terrible.
Y'all trying to kill a man who's trying to help people.
You are actively participating in group murder.
Yeah. Of a person who ain't done nothing wrong.
You're planning to beat him until he's dead. Like, why are y'all acting like you're devastated by the news breaking down the fact that Lex Luthor is a bad guy?
Why are y'all here?
You're all going to prison. Make your final calls.
As you should. In the worst prison clothes.
Right.
But all my other likes I think I've already discussed, but those are just a few of my other likes and dislikes.
I liked his apartment, but I thought it was weird that his apartment was better than hers. But then I was like, his apartment is probably better because he gets all the Superman interviews, which is unethical, which probably goes back to Lois's point.
Oh, so he get the bonuses.
Yeah, I was like, how is, because Lois is the career journalist who is the Pulitzer Prize winning journalist. And she lives in a shanty town, and he lives in a penthouse. It looked like he lives in a penthouse above the planet.
Listen, literally luxury downtown with a doorman.
Yeah.
Condo.
Yeah.
Okay, with a HOA fee.
Yeah, with a window view of the battle of the week.
Floor to ceiling.
Yeah.
View. Yeah. Agreed.
And a balcony he can walk out on.
That was weird. That was weird.
But she was like, I don't know. I mean, it was a nice apartment.
Shanty.
She had stainless steel appliances.
She had a bat next to her door in case somebody broke in.
She did.
So that tell you about what neighborhood she was living in.
Yeah. So
unsavory.
I thought that was interesting. The way the movie was shot. It was very bright. It was very colorful. That was different than the last Superman movie we got.
Yeah.
It had a lot of color
or
and
a Nolan
flavor.
movie where you like, I can't say, turn it up.
Yeah. And I like that they infused like random fights that didn't have to do with the main plot, like the monster.
Okay.
Superman,
oh yeah, that was cool.
Superman sometimes has to fight a monster that has nothing to do with the rest of the plot.
I like the like I said, because it displays Superman's strength.
Yeah.
So I like seeing that. That was good.
Also, the bad guys released that monster out into the city and it killed a bunch of people. I don't know why they act like they weren't doing anything bad.
They knew it.
They do it.
This one's everybody who worked for Lex Luthor. I was like, y'all know y'all terrible.
Right.
Why y'all acting surprised and brand new?
Yeah.
It didn't make no sense.
Dislikes that I had. I disliked the message hoax plotline.
Okay.
I'm fine with the
Message.
Jor-El being a terrible person and sending his son to conquer Earth. The way it played out was unrealistic. It didn't fly for me.
Yeah, I didn't.
As real as they made the messaging between the war that was happening in the Middle East, the message hoax didn't fit because I'm like, those two things don't fit together. if Lois and everybody at the planet is smart enough to piece together that the war is not what it seems, just by having a surface level observation of it, it doesn't make sense that they would also have believed that the video was real.
Instant turn.
Nope, that don't make no sense.
2 hours and Superman was getting trashed in the street. I was like, come on, I don't believe this.
I liked the homage to Hulk and Loki when he did the scene with Krypto and Lex at the end. That's what it was. It was a redo of the Hulk and Loki scene. When Loki's in the middle of ranting and Hulk takes him and snatches him up and slams him all over the place.
And then Krypto attacks. I don't know
in the middle of his monologue.
I don't know if they did that on purpose. I don't think that was on purpose.
It felt deliberate.
I mean, it did.
I thought they were doing that on purpose.
It was one of my favorite scenes because Krypto tearing Lex up, but I don't know if they did that on purpose. You think they did that on purpose? James Gunn makes a point to not want to be like Marvel.
The hero snatches the villain in the middle of their monologue, slams him around, and they're standing in a penthouse. Yeah, just like they were standing in Tony's penthouse.
He makes a point
in
to
Tark's tower.
Not want to be like redo anything Marvel done. So I
thought it was deliberate.
It was a good scene.
I liked it because I felt like it was a deliberate homage to Avengers 1.
I ain't knocking the scene because I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I just didn't know.
I thought that was the point of it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he immediately gets arrested after.
Take a poll.
It's the same. I thought that was the point.
I don't know if it was. I don't know. I don't know if he did that on purpose, but it is the same. I agree with you.
I like the twist at the end about Ultraman, but I saw it coming.
You did. And when it happened, I was like, wait, I thought I knew this already. I wasn't even surprised. I was kind of like, oh, he's a clone. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, that's not new. That's
That's something that you would expect Lex to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was no like, oh, no. Everybody was like,
I was expecting like a big gasp because I figured it out. Nope. I was just waiting for him to take the mask off, and I was expecting the gasp moment, and then everybody was like, yeah.
There was silence, actually. I don't think anybody had any reaction.
That's not a bad thing. I think, unfortunately, the boys did this first. It's been around for so long. Even though the boys show didn't do the same thing, everybody went back and at least Wikipedia'd what happened in the comics before they watched the show.
Evil clones are not new. Like, that's not new.
Yeah, no.
I would have been more surprised if it was like Jimmy Olsen under there. Then I would have been like,
that would.
You got a copy of Jimmy?
That would have been funny.
That would have at least been different. But a clone of Clark, I'm not even remotely surprised by that.
And the other dislikes, some of the acting wasn't great.
It felt weird.
And I think it was just because the Daily Planet crew just felt unnecessary.
Maybe. Some of their interactions between each other felt like they was reading off cue cards. And I was like...
The dialogue kind of felt stilted in the beginning.
Mostly in the beginning. I was kind of like, for some reason, this combo's not flowing. Yeah. And I don't know why. It just feels real choppy. Yeah. And y'all all are actors. So as
it went, they got into a groove, but it was a little choppy in the beginning.
It was strange. Yeah. I didn't know what was going on there.
But the last I'll say is that I like that he took the time to save people.
Yes.
In all the fights.
And animals.
Yes.
He also saved some animals.
Yes.
So that was nice. Nice. You know what? Even the scene where he saves the girl from the fallen, I don't know if they were the orange bars, like the little girl from the orange.
Yeah, the parking poles or whatever.
I've seen that scene so many times.
It hit as well
By
in
the
theater.
time it's in the movie, I was just like, oh.
It didn't hit as well
I've
in the theater.
seen this. Yeah, and that sucked because like the way the scene is shot is so good, but I've seen it at least 5 times.
Yeah,
already.
all of the kaiju fight was in the trailers.
Yeah,
all of it.
And I wish they would have saved some of that for sure, including the Jesus riding from the ashes scene.
Yeah, nice. and because they spoiled the Guy Gardner's little scene in the Middle East in the trailer, the whole movie, you knew that they were going to solve the conflict at the end. Because you're waiting for that scene to show up where they stop the war.
Yeah, I just a little disappointed with them showing so much of this movie beforehand.
But we continue.
We shall. We ain't got no choice.
Let's talk about the ending.
So the movie ends how you think it ends. Happily ever after.
So it's revealed. It ends like a regular comic book episode.
Superman saves the world.
It's revealed to the world that Lex was behind it.
Yep. He goes to jail. Nobody significant dies.
Nobody dies. Not even Pa Kent. Pa Kent made it.
Pa and Ma make it.
This time.
We go visit them for a little bit, but they're like secluded. They don't ever get into the action. Superman gets beat up a little bit, but he recovers.
Clock's ticking, Pa.
Crypto. Oh, I guess we can talk about this part. So Crypto is actually not Clark's dog, which we learn at the very end. He is Supergirl's dog.
Yes, so we get a Supergirl appearance.
We get a Supergirl cameo because she is drunk off the tequila or something.
Yeah.
And she tells Clark, thanks for watching my dog. And then she goes off.
She's been kicking at Mos Eisley Cantina.
She been on nowhere.
She's been on nowhere.
Cutting up Sakar, tearing it up. And she come back to retrieve her dog, and Crypto was buck wild, because she obviously is not training Crypto.
No.
To do nothing.
No.
But wreak havoc.
Right.
They wreak havoc together, I think. Now, we don't know why she dropped Crypto off, but she comes, gets Crypto, and then she leaves. And then I think one of our final scenes is at the beginning of the movie, they play the video of Clark's parents, his real parents, because they say it's soothing to him. Now, they do it again, but this time it's his mom, Pa Kent. Okay. So they're playing that little bit. And that was kind of a touching moment of like, oh, he's come to a realization that like his actual parents are trash. And I don't want to say he's more acceptance of his Earth parents, but he's made the transition and accepted that, things turned out to be different, but that's okay.
I wonder if she lives on Themyscira. In the comics, she lives on Themyscira, Supergirl. Okay. Because they make the executive decision to keep her on Themyscira, 1, so she can learn how to fight from the Amazons.
Okay.
2,
that makes sense.
Because Clark is like, it's bad enough. They are upset enough that I'm here. If they find out that my cousin was here, they're going to be worse.
Yeah, and the robots call her his cousin. So it's like, we make the connection. Now, I do think it's interesting that Lois did not know that he had a dog, which makes me assume that he also doesn't know that she also don't know he got a cousin.
Yeah, they've only been dating for 3 months.
Right. And I was like, does she know what his real name is?
I don't know if she knows that his real name is Kal-El. Yeah. I don't think she's been to the Fortress of Solitude. They haven't given us that impression.
No, or his house.
No, so they're in the beginning stages. I mean, he just now told her he loves her. So
yeah, but I feel like if you're telling me that, then I need to see some parents. A dog. Don't.
I mean, they've only been dating for 3 months.
I mean, get it. They both a hot mess.
I'll add this to the likes. Yeah. Because they depict Clark Kent in one or two ways. He's the kid who goes back for Sunday dinner every weekend because he can. Even though he lives across the country.
It's like a 2-second ride.
Or he can, or he visits his family as often as a regular human would who moved out of town. And it seems like he does the latter.
It's definitely the latter.
It seems like he doesn't go back home as often, even though he probably could.
Right. It's funny.
He still treats his parents like they live out of town.
It's funny because he literally could see his parents.
It seems like
every hour on the hour and not miss a beat.
It seems like his parents don't see him as often.
No.
Or I got the impression when they called him on the phone in the beginning that he doesn't call as often because they were like, don't be a stranger. So
right.
Yeah, and usually your parents say that when you don't call.
Right. Because he's too busy being Superman, right? Because even when the beginning of the movie where the robots fix him up, he's like, I got to go back and fight. And they're like, you don't even want to sit down for a second? Yeah. He's like, no, I got to go. So yeah, he's busy. He's super busy.
All right. Favorite line or scene?
My favorite scene would be him at the end fighting with the Rangers with Crypto. The Rangers, right? Not Raptors.
The guys in the suits that look like Iron Man?
Yes.
Raptors.
Him fighting the Raptors at the end because he used his little laser beam eyes.
Yep.
That was really good. And then Crypto in the back biting people up because Crypto can fly, if you didn't know.
How does he do the laser beams where he can slice the suits but not slice through any of them?
Oh, he wasn't killing them?
No, they weren't dying. They were landing on the ground alive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was wondering how that worked. I was like, how do you... And what's the range? Like, how many miles before, like, when he does the spin around, did he hit any buildings?
Okay, so I want to change my favorite scene.
I just had curiosity about that. I was like, how does the laser beams work?
I'm changing my favorite scene to when Hawk Girl dropped that man out of the sky.
Oh, yeah, she killed him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
No, he deserved it.
I love that the Justice Gang kills the bad guys. Kill the killer.
He literally was going to invade this brown country, and he said, "I want all the streets with y'all blood."
He said the blood of the citizens,
right?
Not the soldiers, because they didn't have any soldiers.
Picked that man up and dropped him from 1,001 feet in the air, and I was like, "Yes!"
And I love the fact that they didn't waste any time killing the kaiju either.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, Superman saves.
Yeah,
I spin.
Right. So that was I changed. That was my favorite scene.
Okay.
Now that I know them people is alive.
Probably the kaiju fight.
Okay, that was good.
Kaiju fight. I mean, because this movie didn't have like a lot of emotional parts. It had one emotional talk with Pa Kent.
Really? That's funny because that's the opposite of what everybody else.
I mean, it had scenes of high emotion. Like the interview scene with Lois was a scene of high emotion.
People said they was emotional.
What scene?
I don't know. Tears of joy. I don't know. People are crazy.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Nothing in this movie hit me emotionally.
You know, it's interesting. I think that Guardians of the Galaxy is way more emotional than this particular movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy is a movie about family. This movie is just about one individual being good and trying to instill goodness in the rest of the world. But they didn't make the side characters interesting enough. But
okay.
Superman was.
It was.
So, but yeah, my favorite scene would probably be the kaiju fight because I like the way it was shot.
Yep.
I like to see Superman fight a big monster that's 10 times bigger than he is.
Yeah.
And it was
100 times bigger.
Cooperation with the Justice Gang. And I like that the Justice Gang killed it.
Yes. That was very good.
It needed to go.
He wanted to I wanted to take it to like alien jail. Like
sounds like a lot of work. Easier to bury.
Where, Clark? Where was you going to? You don't even know. You don't know map.
Sounds like a you problem, Clark. We ain't trying to be here all day.
Like, he was such a quirky, like, kind-hearted guy. But
great.
It was like...
He's supposed to do that.
Sir, I'm glad there's other people here because you trying to do a lot.
Yeah.
Go home and have dinner.
Wonder Woman,
you're tripping.
Wonder Woman, like Guy Gardner said, Wonder Woman would have served up kaiju steaks.
Listen.
So
relax.
Right.
You must be new to this.
Did you have any random notes you want to throw out?
Only random question I had: when did Mr. Terrific put the tracker near Nights on Superman? When did he do that?
Maybe the same time Lex found a strand of hair from a random battle.
Okay.
It seems like they've known each other for some time.
Yes.
But then you also have to wonder when he did it to Guy and Hawk Girl.
I mean, they all in the same building. But I was like,
even she was looking like, what?
She was like, so Mr. Terrific puts trackers in people's blood so he can know where they at. And he did it to Superman. I was like, no, when? When did you do that?
That's funny.
Yeah, but that was my only random thought.
How did the rift make it to the city?
I knew you was going to bring that up.
Where was the rift?
It started. It didn't start at the base camp.
Where was the base camp?
We don't know.
Yeah, where was the base camp? Because the rift made it from the base camp to just Metropolis before anybody noticed that there was a rift.
I don't know.
Was there a beach right off the edge of Metropolis?
Sure. I have no clue.
They didn't explain where the rift was.
The speed of the rift was interesting.
Yeah.
What was more funny was that there was obviously people that live across the river who saw the rift coming from Metropolis and decided to stay at their garden party.
People in Metropolis seem to not have a sense of urgency anymore.
I was like, why? Y'all see the city being torn apart from across the Hudson River. And y'all just like, oh, we'll just wait till it comes. Oh, it's here, guys. Move. I'm like,
I was extra confused when the rift took all day.
Yeah.
It started at night and didn't make it to Metropolis until the next day, but it took like 15 minutes to make it across the city.
Listen.
I thought I was like, why is it taking the whole third act for this rift to make it across the city? And it made it here overnight.
And why is the people still there?
Yeah,
y'all could have been in Los Angeles by now.
I guess the people in Metropolis just stop evacuating after a while because they're like, what are we supposed to do? Pick up and leave? What we're doing every week?
We've determined that they're not the smartest folk.
No. Who was recording the family videos at the end?
Hector.
When he
with the burritos.
So at the end, they switched Jor-El's video with videos of the family, but all of the family are present. So it was the cows?
It was Hector. Remember, Pa talked about Hector when he used to get burritos down the street. I was like,
who recorded the family videos?
It's Hector's with the burritos.
And it was old. So I'm like, these are when he was a child. These are 30-year-old family videos.
Hector is a long
missing family member out there somewhere.
Maybe, I don't know, but I'm going with Hector.
I thought Black Noir was super obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny how that reveal did not have me shook, and I was just like, Oh, okay. It's a clone of Superman.
I thought the Jimmy plot line with him, I guess he's like the hottest guy in Smallville. Hottest guy in Metropolis.
Believable.
The thing was, the first joke didn't land
when
they tried to do it with the girls at the copy machine or the cart or the mail cart talking about how cute he was. The first joke didn't really land. Mm-hmm. So then every other joke that was based on that didn't land after that.
I'm sorry to that man, but Jimmy Olsen's not an attractive guy.
Well, it's just the fact that also the scene with the sex workers. One, this is a kid's movie, so shout out to the parents who had to explain sex work in Metropolis to their children.
Lex Luthor popped somebody in the head.
But also, what time does this movie take place in? Because
60s?
Street walking isn't a thing anymore. Street walking hasn't been a thing for like 10 years.
That was also unnecessary to even have.
Women no longer get dressed to walk. The stroll doesn't exist anymore because the internet does.
Jimmy's walking the mean streets of Metropolis to go meet Eve, and it was like, why do you need sex workers on the street?
Yeah.
To depict what exactly? That he's
because it's the nighttime?
He's risking his life?
Because the freaks come out at night? Is that what you think, James?
I did not buy Jimmy Olsen getting all the girls when you have Clark Kent sitting 2 feet away.
But he has the magic glasses.
He still looks like a semi-attractive white man. I don't understand.
Now with the magic glasses and
the curly hair.
The overly curly quick weave.
Please. He looks... Jimmy Olsen don't look like he would fight for you, okay? Clark at least look like he could put up a fight. Well, whatever.
I just thought it wasn't great. It was.
You ain't fooling me.
What made it funny is how bad it was and how much they were trying to lean on it. That's what made it funny.
Once again, they are depicting the people of Metropolis as not that smart, and I don't know if that's good.
And my last random note is long-haired David Cornsweet looks like Henry Cavill. Is this fight a metaphor?
Yeah, he did. Once the mask came off, I was like, I was like, Henry?
This look like Henry Cavill.
Henry, is that you?
And then at the fight ended where he threw him in a black hole where he'll be forgotten forever. I was like, is this fight a metaphor, James?
Can I touch on that fight for one second? They fight for a good couple minutes, right? Mm-hmm. And Superman tearing him up. And then he calls for Crypto. Mm-hmm. Crypto, tear him up. No, actually, wait a minute. He's fighting, they fight. And somehow he knocks Ultraman out somewhere.
A train gets sucked into the black hole.
Exactly. Before that, there's a break in the fight. And then 5 minutes later, we find out that Ultraman's actually not dead.
Oh, yeah, he comes back.
Because I was like, now, why is this fight so long? Why is this just one? We need one consistent fight. So he fought, fake died, and then came back, and then he got sucked into the black hole. And I was like, who decided this editing? I'd like to speak to them because you don't do the fight like this.
Yeah, so I thought it was funny because it's like, he looks a lot like Henry Cavill.
I don't know why his hair was long. What? Just make him look like...
I guess they don't groom him.
Okay. Yeah. He don't get to shower or nothing.
No, I mean, he doesn't... It seems like he's not smart, so they don't take very good care of him.
Yeah, well, I hope he ends up in Sakaar.
Okay.
And becomes Loki.
That is the end of my random notes. Are we ready to move into a rating?
Yes, you go first.
I will give this a 4.
Agree.
Yeah, I'll give this a 4.
Like I said, I was whelmed, but I was not underwhelmed.
I think this is a good movie. I do think it wasted a lot of time on characters that it didn't have enough time to make interesting.
Yeah.
The Daily Planet folk are part of the lore, but they didn't use them in this, so who cares?
I give it a 4 because to me it was a standard run-of-the-mill comic book movie. Yes, I understand it was better than Man of Steel.
Yeah.
But in terms of all comic book movies, it was just a, regular movie. It looked good. It had good fighting. Some of the dialogue was kind of weird, but the characters and the acting was good. But it didn't do anything different.
It's absolutely the best modern Superman movie we've had.
And if we're ranking Superman movies, then sure, I'll give it a 5 out of 5. Yeah. But just movies in general, it's a 4, which is not bad. And, I think with the sequel, I'll probably like the sequel a little bit more now that I know what to expect.
Yeah, I think the sequel maybe make it just more... I think if the sequel is more just focused on Clark and Superman... Okay. Without the Justice Gang.
Without so many extra people.
Maybe that'll give them more space to do more Clark stuff.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then we can get to know the human characters who surround Clark rather than just seeing them.
Agree.
Get to know them.
Yeah. And I think for this to be a Superman movie, I was expecting maybe this could be a me thing. I was expecting a little more comedy, but maybe it's just me missing the jokes. So
they were there, but they weren't great.
Okay.
So the jokes were there.
Solid 4. That is good.
I give it a 4 Nicole Kidmans. I definitely think everybody should go see it. You
Definitely
only got one more week.
Listen, Fantastic Four about to snatch everything up. Jurassic World is doing good.
As a moviegoer, the IMAX schedule is amazing. As a business owner, the IMAX schedule is terrible.
I don't know. I actually don't think they should have put all these movies in the same month. Like, we are enjoying it.
Yeah.
Studios, I don't know if that was a great decision.
No.
But we benefit. So,
hey, I ain't making no money from this.
Listen.
So
y'all got it to spare.
Right.
So I don't care.
All right. So that is the end of all 3 of our reviews.
Super mega episode.
We did it.
We made it.
What are we watching next week?
Food. I'm hungry. No, I'm smart. We're watching I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Movie of the summer.
Gonna be terrible.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be good at all.
Y'all want to hear us dog a movie? You know what? Maybe it'll subvert our.
It'll be great. It's gonna be a great time. Horrible movie. Great time.
I hope the runtime is like an hour and a half.
It has to be.
If it's any longer than that, I'm gonna complain.
It's nothing for those people to do for 2 hours.
Run and scream and hide, shaking, crying, and throwing up.
It's not enough of that. Not enough of that in the world to do for 2 hours. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it in the same way I'm always excited about watching I Know What You Did Last Summer movies immediately after having a Scream binge.
It's just under 2 hours. It's 111 minutes.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's an hour and 48 minutes, 42 minutes, something like that. 52 minutes.
Who do you think is the killer?
The girl.
The main girl? The blonde girl?
No, she looked too dumb for that. The main narrator girl. The one they setting up as the main.
The one they think is the main girl?
Yeah.
Mm.
So.
Oh, yeah, that could be it.
Chase Sue Wonders.
That could be it. She could be the killer. I definitely think the killer this time is one of the friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And none of the dudes will live. Because that's horror. It's final girls, not final guys.
We don't need none of the dudes to even be in the
maybe
movie.
Freddie Prinze Jr. will live.
Well, yeah, I'm not. When you say the guys, I'm not counting. Freddie Prinze Jr. Yeah.
So excited about that. It's a holiday film, even though it's missed the holiday.
We're
by a margin.
literally 2 weeks post holiday, but whatever.
All right, so that is our review for this episode.
Reviews.
Thanks for listening. If you like our show, please share it. You can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or on our website, vaguelynerdypodcast.com, where you can also leave us a voice message, and we will play it on the show if it's nice.
Better be.
Shout out to everybody who's left us a review or a rating on Apple Podcasts.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate that a lot, and Spotify. You can follow us on Threads and IG at Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, Blue Sky and Twitter at Vaguely Nerdy Pod. You can reach us at vaguelynerdypodcast@gmail.com for email. And if you're listening to us on a podcast app, you can watch an animated version of our show on YouTube, on our YouTube channel called Vaguely Nerdy Podcast.
And if you'd like to give us a monetary donation, we are on Ko-fi.com under Vaguely Nerdy Podcast.
Yep.
Until next time.
Bye.
Peace.